From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Alessia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It has come to our attention, somebody brought up a while ago, and now we get inundated with these audio clips that accidentally somebody started listening to the podcast at half speed, and it sounded like we were drunk.
Very drunk.
And especially when we have these stupid conversations. There's a couple of idiots.
Well, but hold on a second here, because the conversations aren't necessarily stupid, but they sound like drunk ramblings when you slow it down. I'm not going to say everything we talk about is stupid, because a lot of it means a whole... What?
Wait till you hear these two examples that were submitted.
I take it back, and then let me form an opinion after I've listened.
Okay. So at half speed, listening to the podcast, this is what we sound like.
Shout out to anybody who's ever fought that hellish parking lot at IKEA to literally just walk in through the exit door and get a hot dog and then leave. Shout out to anybody.
So you shout out to me.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to anybody who's ever made that run. The hot dog run at IKEA. It's one of the greatest joys we have left in this world.
I knew I was driving past IKEA, the one at Leslie and Shepherd.
Yeah.
I was on the 401. I, on purpose, got off the 401 at Leslie just to go into IKEA. I bought 2 hot dogs, ate them both as I'm walking back to the car, just get back on the highway and go home.
Good for you.
Okay.
Based on that?
Based on that. Listen, man, I still stand by that. That hot dog run at IKEA is one of the last joys we have in this world. It's one of the last pure, joyful things we can all do.
People are submitting these like crazy. When you listen to the podcast at half speed, it sounds like Roz and I are wasted. Dom sent this to us, and damn it, Maury's in this audio clip as well. Maury's fears about turning 30.
Oh, this is a long time ago. Long time ago.
No. It was a conversation recent where he was going back talking about turning 30.
I gotcha.
30's devastating to you. To me, when I hit 30, I was like, well, no one's going to want me now. Right. Right. Where I think it's different.
Come on.
What is even?
There's nothing else for you to say.
Oh, this is what a mess.
Okay.
What a mess.
So anyway,
what a mess.
If you find a portion of our podcast where you listen to it at half speed and it sounds like we're wasted, or the conversation is like even more ridiculous,
you
can send it to us. You DM us, whatever. Shoot them over because these are hilarious.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
My foot is so sore. I don't mean to make everything all about me.
Surprise, surprise. What happened to your foot?
I don't know. I always just get it. You ever, are you like, am I the only one where I get hurt all the time and I don't know how I hurt myself? Right?
So let's go through your day yesterday.
I don't know if, no, but you see these things right here in my hand? Like, I don't even know if you can see it, right?
Yeah.
There. I get 2
That
cuts.
looks like a burn.
No, like two cuts last weekend.
Oh, it's a cut.
I was
Okay.
just doing stuff. I wasn't even outside. I was just in the house doing stuff. And I looked down at my hand.
Yeah, but you cook a lot and you use a lot of utensils.
I wasn't even cooking. It was. I didn't even know what I was doing.
Do you
I
have
was
poor
just
motor
doing,
skills?
Poor what?
Motor skills? Like, do you drop stuff?
Like what? Like I can't use a fork? Right? Like I'm a spoon only kind of guy? For fear I might hurt
You
myself?
stab yourself with a spoon?
Do you remember that from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels when Steve Martin played that
watched
character Ruprecht? And he had poor motor skills, and so they had to put a cork on the end of his fork.
I do remember
so he
that.
didn't, so he didn't hurt him. So he didn't hurt himself.
But how do you eat?
Or anybody else? You just have to scoop it, I guess. I don't know.
Why don't you just give him a spoon?
I don't know. It was a hilarious scene. But no, I'm not a cork on a fork kind of guy. I can handle things. I do not have poor motor skills.
So let's go through your day yesterday.
I don't know. I sat.
So you leave here. So you sat in here yesterday.
I sat in
right?
here.
Then
yeah.
you walk to
and then
the
walked.
truck.
I walked to the truck, and then
You sit in the truck.
Yeah.
You drive home.
I went to I stopped at the grocery store.
Aha, maybe it happened there.
I don't know.
You go to the grocery store.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I go to the
Stab
grocery
yourself with like a
store.
pineapple or something?
No. I'm talking about my foot, not my hand.
No, but
right.
is it what kind of feeling is it? Like maybe
It
there's not
hurts. What kind of feeling? It hurts.
No, is it like pins and needles? Like not enough blood's getting there?
No, it's not numb. Like I don't have dead foot. I'm not dragging it behind.
Now, is it the...
I shouldn't have said anything.
We're
It's
trying to diagnose.
Pause for 1 second.
We're trying to be your WebMD right now.
Okay, pause for 1 second. Pause for 1 second. It does, like, I'm not limping, okay, guys? Like, I'm just saying it's a little sore, okay?
Where does
shake it off?
Is it the whole foot? Is it a part of the foot? Is it the front?
Like a toe?
Is it the back? Is it the top of the foot? Is it on the sole of your foot?
It's a little bit of the sole and then up the outer side.
Up the outer side.
On the left?
But towards the back, like towards
Left
my
or right?
towards
Did
my heel
you-
kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So maybe you took a step a little bit wrong. Were you like a little wobbly yesterday?
No, I'm not wobbly. I don't have
Like maybe
dead
you stepped
foot.
on a rock. Like maybe you stepped on a rock or something.
Okay,
Is it your left foot or your right foot?
And too much pressure.
That's a good question, Maury. It's my right foot. I can answer that question.
Okay.
If it was
so
your
right
left,
foot.
I would say it was a heart problem.
Stop it. I don't have
Now that's
heart, I don't have
that's
heart
ridiculous.
problems.
Maybe when you got out of the car. Maybe in like walking around, right?
Yes. Anyway, what I was going to say
Oh,
is
do your shoes have holes in them? Because oftentimes your shoes have holes in them.
my shoes only have holes because I've been wearing flip-flops since January.
I know what it is.
What is
when
it,
did the
Maury?
pain start?
I don't. I
No,
don't
because
know.
maybe a cat was sleeping on it.
The cat sleeps on my feet every single night.
Okay,
Oh,
so
boom.
roll. Okay,
That's a
check.
problem.
Okay,
Right there.
Yeah.
Why
Fat
is that a
cat.
problem? It's not a fat cat.
Hurt your
Okay.
foot.
Listen, man. I don't have poor motor skills, and I certainly don't have a fat cat. Okay. And neither of you went to medical school, so shut up. I was just saying, am I the only one that wakes up every now and then with a part of your body that's sore? That's all I'm saying. I hurt myself and I don't know how I hurt myself. I'm not injured. I don't need medical attention. Okay. I don't need to CSI this whole thing, Maury. It's
Did
not.
you look at the color?
Of what?
The foot.
It's normal foot color. Maybe a little dirtier than normal foot color, but it's normal foot color.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to play something for you guys.
Go fart.
I love it when people who listen to the Roz and Mocha Show send things to us or send things to me to play for you guys.
Okay.
Shout out to Elisa Faye, who DM'd me. Also, Monique Dupuis-Tabensky, who listens to the Roz and Mocha Show out in North Bay, Ontario.
Okay.
They both sent me the exact same video.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, you have to play this for the guys.
That's weird.
By the way, if you have anything that you want to share with us to share with everybody else, you can always reach out on IG at Roz Weston, ROZWESTON, or at Mocha Frap, MOCHAFRAP. A couple of weeks ago, we played for you this cat remix. There's a musician named David Scott, who's become famous now for taking sounds of his cat and then adding a beat to it, adding other musical instrument sounds, and creating this song. So a few weeks ago, there was this one that he released that went viral. Right? They're pretty dope, right?
Pretty dope, man. There's nothing wrong at this.
So the one that Monique and Elisa both sent me, like separately, is done by the same guy. Okay?
That's a happy kitty.
Okay. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
You're going to love it, I think.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, it sounds like the no-no cat.
So he's messing around with the instruments.
Come on.
Isn't this awesome? Okay, here's a kicker.
Yeah.
He adds lyrics to the song, as in, what is this cat saying? And it kicks in a minute. So when you hear his voice, it's going to be what the cat is actually saying. Or at least what he thinks.
Sure.
What his interpretation.
I gotcha.
So I say, hey, looka, please go away, looka. I don't know what to say, so I say, hey, looka, please go away, looka. Hey.
Anyway, his name's David Scott, and he's got a whole bunch of these videos that he does posted up on his IG.
And is it all his cat?
It's all his, yeah.
Really,
He's got
huh?
2 cats, yeah.
I could listen to this stuff all day. Like, I would listen to this.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. It's going to be stuck in your head all damn day now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was just watching this Wall Street Journal investigation that they did on TikTok, where they created dozens of bots, automated accounts, and tried to break down the algorithm that TikTok uses to determine what to populate your feed with and how fast they can do that. Because a lot of people with social media, especially TikTok, they will say, well, it's determined by what you like. It's determined by who posts it. It's your likes are determined by whether you share it. But apparently TikTok build their algorithm on one thing and one thing only.
Which is?
How long you watch a particular video.
Oh.
And they determined through these bots that they set up these bots to stay on certain videos, whether it be cats or dogs or depression or relationships. And within 15 minutes, they were serving up on TikTok 95% of the content that was served was specifically served to you solely based on how long you sat on one particular video.
Within that 15-minute time frame.
That 15-minute time frame.
Wow.
Okay. And then what winds up happening is, think of TikTok as an octopus, okay, with tentacles, but only like hundreds of tentacles. And those tentacles are the sort of wormholes where you can go down. And if you watch enough videos and stay on enough specific videos for long enough, in no time at all, you could be at the very, very, very end of one of those tentacles. But the problem is that the more niche you go, the videos that they start showing you have less and less views and are less moderated and can become more extreme to your own specific tastes. And what TikTok does is, based on the amount of time you watch one particular video, you can go down a wormhole in TikTok that you will never be able to get out of.
Really?
Ever. Like, you will have a completely different TikTok than I will. Solely based on how long.
You'd have to almost delete your account, create a new one, and start fresh.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
And that's based on using TikTok within the first 15 minutes.
Within the first 15 minutes.
Of you, signing up.
Brand new account.
Brand new account.
Oh,
so you're screwed.
Yeah, brand new account.
Wow.
And you will go down. You will be at the very, very end of one of those wormholes.
You never get out.
And you will never get out of it. You will never get out of it because they will just keep serving you. And every other social media, like when you talk about Instagram or Facebook and all this stuff, the way that their algorithms work, they say around 70% of what is pushed into your feed is based on your sharing, length of time, all those things. 70%, 70 to 75%, commenting, everything else. TikTok is 95% plus. And they said that with these bots, the plus after 95% was ads.
Oh,
so
my
basically,
God. Got 'em.
100% of your feed is solely based on length of time of watching videos.
Wow.
And you will never get out of that wormhole. Like, you will have to start fresh, a brand new TikTok account, if you want to get out of that wormhole. Crazy, right?
Got him.
And that's how fast it is. But it has nothing to do with what you share or comment on or who the creator is or anything like that. It's specific to how long you watch a video.
Did you read this?
Wall Street Journal. It's a video that they did. It's a video series that they did.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, let me start with this poll. So they asked people what you would be willing to spend to make your life more convenient.
Oh, God.
Everything right now is super. You could have anything delivered to your house. You can, whatever it is, right? But like, what would you be willing to spend for the sort of general conveniences in life? So if things that cause you stress or things that you find difficult to do, would you spend, say, $50 a month, $100 a month,
Yes.
$200 a month?
I probably am now.
Yeah.
Extra.
Probably.
I get literally everything gets delivered to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. All my groceries delivered to the house. Amazon stuff delivered to the house.
Right.
Like everything that I need that I can get on Amazon delivered to the house. Foot Locker purchases delivered to the house.
How much would you be willing to pay to drive in a lane where there is guaranteed to be no traffic?
Oh, okay. Like per month?
Yeah. Come in here, Maury. I need your opinion on this. Let's say
With
there was
zero traffic.
Let's say zero traffic. I would do 200 a month. You're not going to be able to speed. You have to do like the limit and everything else. Like there would be cars, but you would not sit in traffic. There would be a constant flow. However they designed it, whatever the sort of layout of it was, anything else.
So I take one highway all the way home, okay?
Fair enough.
I'd pay like, maybe like $150.
A month?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd pay
yeah?
$150 a month.
I was going to say 200.
Yeah. I'd pay way more than that.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'd pay $150
No,
just
but
because it's my drive right now. It's literally one highway. I would
Right.
pay more if it were multiple highways.
No. But this is like if you go somewhere on the weekend, if you go somewhere on the evening, like this is a pass that you have for that lane for like an entire month. Like it's not just your morning commute.
I know. I would need places to go. Right now, again, I have everything delivered to the house, so
Like,
I don't need to go anywhere.
I would pay 200 to get to my dad's a lot faster than it takes.
Right. You would, huh?
Because right now it takes about 45 minutes to get to my dad's.
that's nothing.
And
you would
I would pay 200 a month to get there in less time.
What's less time though?
Like
you're probably
30 minutes.
So wait a second.
For 15 minutes, that's it?
You probably go out there once a month, right?
But you get
So you're going to pay $200 to save 10 minutes once a month?
because you really get stuck in traffic when you get closer to his place.
But you just but you're going to pay $200 to save 10 minutes once a month?
okay, we're brainstorming here. Okay.
Yeah. See, this is
Is there an answer though?
No.
Oh,
It just people are different percentages of people are willing to pay more.
Yeah.
So if you went to Wonderland,
Okay.
would you be willing to pay double for everything to not have to wait in any lines? That's double admission, double food, double drinks, double everything to not have to wait in one single line.
I don't think I could do it.
You couldn't do it, eh?
Would you pay more if you lived in a condo, more on your maintenance fees to have access to an elevator that's all your own?
No.
So you don't have to wait in line for the elevator.
Because it's very rare that you have to wait in line for an elevator.
Yeah. No, I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't do that.
Would you pay the double fare for Wonderland?
If you went to, I would. If you went to a mall.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
Now you're talking.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay. If you went to a mall.
Yes.
And they said whatever you're going to buy. Will be, depending on where you're shopping.
Yes.
5 to 10% extra.
Yes.
to not have to wait in any lines, and you get your first choice of parking space at the mall.
Yes, absolutely.
You'd pay 10% extra on all purchases.
Thank you.
You would, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Where's my parking spot? Where's my stuff?
Wow.
Apple
but
Store,
you still
here
have to
I
go to
come.
you still have to go in the store and pick it all out. You just don't have to wait in line.
Sure. Apple Store. Bag it up.
10%, huh?
Yep.
Wow, that's a lot, Maury.
Absolutely.
You would too,
I
huh?
love the mall.
Are you kidding?
I love the mall. Yes.
Yeah. 15%?
Ooh. 15% if I could place the order ahead of time and they have it ready for me to go.
Yeah. Shem, you look like you're going to cry. Shem, what's the matter with you?
Oh, crazy. Maybe I'm wrong here or alone, but I like the busyness of a mall.
No, I like busyness. I have no problem with action.
It's the convenience, though.
I don't mind waiting. I don't mind, circling around a couple times for
No
a parking
way.
spot.
Really?
For me, it's all part of the
No, the
enjoyment.
parking thing drives me nuts.
Drives you nuts.
I also admittedly don't go anywhere unless I know I can get in and out like really quickly.
Right.
Like when you go downtown to the mall,
Downtown.
to get a parking spot during the day,
Yeah.
you have to park on like P4 way at the top.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Like, is
'Cause
that
he gets
bad?
that special, that
but
rich
is that
man
bad?
parking.
No, that's bad. Because
okay,
He gets
yeah.
that extra 10% parking.
Yeah.
No, that's bad.
I don't look for spots.
Is that bad?
What are you talking about? No, anyway, it's an interesting conversation because it depends on how much you would be willing to pay. If you didn't
Okay,
have
I've got one for you.
Okay, go.
Would you pay more on your bill if you went to a restaurant, guaranteed seating, and your order comes out before everybody else's?
No.
Like you don't
I
have to
wouldn't do
wait.
that. No, I
I'm
wouldn't
fine.
do that.
I'm fine with waiting.
I don't want to rush that experience.
Maybe once every 10 times I go to a restaurant, I'm like, God, this is taking a long time. Most times they're great.
Yeah.
Most times
Like you don't
they're
have to wait in
awesome.
line for a table on the patio. Like
No,
you're
do you
paying
think I
more
wait
to
in line
get-
for tables at restaurants more?
We don't live your life. I'm talking. Let me look at Mocha then, not you.
What am I, a peasant?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you watch any of the Cooking with Paris show on Netflix?
No. I like that first thing that she did because it looked like it was kind of a goof, but I'll get around to it.
I watched all the episodes, and it may be one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Is it? So what makes it so good?
It's so funny because of the things that she said. I don't know. Does she play like she doesn't know the grocery store and all that stuff, or does she really not? I don't know, but it was really funny.
No, this is so when the documentary came out, Becoming Paris,
Yeah.
one of the two, it was great. And you really saw for the first time Paris Hilton as the regular Paris Hilton, where she is a complicated woman with an incredible story to tell, and there was no baby voice, there was no anything.
Yeah.
And
It
in
completely changes
And in
how
that
you see Paris Hilton.
exactly, and in that documentary, she talks about this character that she built, right?
Yeah.
So this is basically that character's first starring role since the documentary. Like this is
times 10.
I know, but yeah, exactly. This is the Paris character
So she knows.
doing. Of course she does.
knows what works.
Of course she
and
does.
she's playing it up.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
So her first episode of Cooking with Paris, she did this like back. So before the documentary, she did one in January of 2020,
Right.
where she was trying to make lasagna,
Right.
and didn't know like her way
Yeah.
around the kitchen and stuff.
All these spoons are brutal. Sorry, I'm doing a cooking tutorial and I have none of the correct things. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it will work.
Fair enough.
So you get more of
Fair
that,
enough.
and she has special guests that join her
Every episode.
in the kitchen as well.
Episode 1 is Kim Kardashian.
Oh God, the reunion in the kitchen.
Reunion in the kitchen.
Wow.
So this is the two of them making frittatas, right?
Okay,
And they
yeah.
need a blender, and they're looking.
Remind me frittata.
Oh, it's an egg thing. It's a breakfast thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like a quiche almost,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Thank you.
So they're looking to use a blender. And then you're going to hear a third voice kind of off camera, right? And what this is they're scanning the kitchen looking for a blender, but not knowing exactly what a blender is and mistaking a blender for one of those stand mixers. And then you hear somebody off camera be like, yeah, that's the blender. Okay?
Add 6 eggs, heavy whipping cream, onion powder.
Do you have a blender? This or that? Is that the same thing as a blender?
I don't know. My
sisters use that all the time. It is a blender.
Yes.
Blender.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. So the blender.
No, come on, that's real. That's real. I don't think that's Paris Hilton playing up the role of Paris Hilton.
Yeah,
that is 100% real.
No.
So you think her and Kim K are like legit don't know the difference between a blender and a stand mixer?
No, I think that they're having fun. Now, okay, so here's the thing, is that I will say Paris Hilton may not know the difference between like a KitchenAid stand mixer and a blender, okay? But Paris Hilton being that clueless about everything. Like she plays this off like she doesn't know what anything is.
Oh, she takes the neck of the turkey out when she's making Thanksgiving dinner in one of them, and she goes, "Oh, is this the penis?"
We've all been there.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Paris Hilton has a cooking show on Netflix right now called Cooking with Paris. Started out on YouTube and became quite popular when she was trying to make lasagna.
Because she's doing the full Paris character, right?
The character that we all grew up knowing.
Grew up?
Yeah.
So I was like 30 years old when Paris Hilton came on the scene.
Okay, well, I grew up knowing.
Shut up. Grew up watching.
You know?
It's like she's Gilligan.
I read on Wikipedia that she once had a TV show called The Simple Life, I think it was.
Yeah, you read that? No recollection of that though, huh?
And then I watched some clips on YouTube.
Yeah? Okay, I got you.
Her and what's the girl's name? Nicole Richie.
Yeah?
That's what it is.
You're so funny. But yeah, no, she's doing the full Paris character, and she's really leaning into that now and sort of taking the piss out of herself, which is just always great.
Making frittatas with Kim Kardashian is episode 1. There's another episode on there where she's making Italian dishes with Demi Lovato, and then she does like a steak night episode with her mom and her sister.
Oh, no.
Where she takes like ketchup and pours it all over the steak.
No.
I know. Atrocious. I know. Here's David Morey with the one and only Paris Hilton.
Yes, Queen. Let's stir in some hot ratings for Cooking with Paris with a dash of Kim Kardashian reunion that we've all been waiting for. What? Oh, my God. Paris Hilton, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm so good. I gotta tell you, my husband and I loved this show. It was so funny. It was so good. Congratulations.
Aw, thank you. It makes me so happy, and I always love speaking to you. So say hello to your hubby for me.
I had the best time doing it, so I'm just loving hearing the reactions from everybody. I'm so proud of the show.
Which is why I gotta tell you, obvi, there's gonna be a season 2, right? Like that has to already be in the works.
Well, all the fans are clamoring for it. Everyone's asking me, so we will see. But yeah, I had the best time doing it, so it'd be so much fun to do it again.
I don't think you love the show the way you bigged it up to her.
Man. Congratulations.
Just sucking up to her so hard, man.
Who are the special guests you'd love to see in future episodes?
There's so many people that would be fun to have in my kitchen. I think it would be awesome to have Britney or Madonna. They're iconic, and I think they would be so much fun to cook with.
Oh my God, Madonna! Are you kidding me? The two of you would need to sing together in the kitchen.
That would be hot.
That would be amazing. And now you said that you wanted Britney and Madonna. Have you reached out to either of them?
No, not yet.
I don't think Madonna would do it. And I also feel like
Madonna's
Madonna.
not fun anymore. She's not fun.
No, I think Madonna would be way too serious. And I think Madonna would actually be a little bit mean in the kitchen.
Yeah, like Paris needs to do something with Adele.
Yes. Oh my God.
Right?
Yes. Adele
Like,
is so much fun. And she would understand the concept. And like the concept is in Paris the character.
Yes. Like she needs Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. Right? She needs what's that? Lizzo. Yeah. Making tater tots. So what does Lizzo make? I don't know. It's like the little pizza rolls or whatever the hell she
She put she puts like what is it, mustard on watermelon?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
What does she wear in the episodes, Mark? Because you watch them all. Is she like fully decked out, or is she like
carpet gown?
Oh, but like no apron or anything like that? No, huh?
And gloves.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, gloves. Oh my God. Dan Morey with Paris Hilton, by the way.
On this show, you dressed so well. Like we're talking couture to the couture.
Gesundheit.
The what?
To the couture.
Couture to the
On
couture.
the show, you dressed so well. Like, we're talking couture to the couture on this show. Were there any major fashion mishaps?
Definitely. With making those the sliving marshmallows were very sticky, so those were getting all over my sliving gloves. And it's definitely hard to cook in couture, but I feel like with my show, I want it to be not only the funniest cooking show, I want it to be the most fashionable, and we definitely killed it on that front.
What was more important to you, the fashion or the food?
The fashion.
Really?
It's not your typical cooking show.
Yeah, would that surprise you, though?
The couture or the couture?
I have one more of these to play for you because I actually find it pretty funny. This is Paris Hilton, by the way. Her show is on Netflix right now called Cooking with Paris.
Okay, so what's one thing you learned about food during the filming process that you didn't know before? Something about food, something about prep, something about gadgets in the kitchen. What's something you learned?
I learned what tongs are. I learned what a zester is. I learned how to make a Thanksgiving turkey, which is like traumatizing, and I never want to do it again. But big props to all the moms and dads out there who do that for us every Christmas and holiday, because it's difficult.
Well, you also learned the difference between, I guess, a blender and a stand mixer.
Yes, that too. Learning about all the kitchen appliance names that I didn't know.
And you legit had no idea what tongs were?
No.
I don't know. I think that's all part of the character. A little bit part of the character, right? Anyway, that is Paris Hilton. Her show, Cooking with Paris, is now on Netflix.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Jenny, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, Roz. Hi, Mocha.
Hello.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
We're good. How old are you?
I am 28.
28. And what's going on in your world?
So my boyfriend is going to Eat, Pray, Love around the world for a year and wants me to come with, but I don't want to.
Wow. Okay, it's Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. Yeah, my boyfriend has decided to travel the world for maybe up to a year and has decided after his travels, he most likely will not want to live in Canada anymore because he doesn't like it here. He has asked me to go with him, but right now I don't want to give up my career, my entire life in Canada that I've built. I want a stable life and plan things out, but he's trying to do the opposite of that. Is love enough to make our relationship work?
How long have you and him been together, Jenny?
Just under a year.
So did something in his life, like in the time that you guys have been together, happen where he feels like he needs to leave Canada and take off and do this thing around the world? Or like, had he been talking about it throughout your relationship, even like when you guys were talking before getting into your relationship? Had he always talked about this plan?
You know, I've always had this fear that he's going to leave Canada one day because he's not from Canada. And he kind of just dropped this bomb on me a couple of weeks ago. And he just wants to go and find himself and travel the world.
How long?
I was shocked.
Yeah, he's been unhappy for a while, right?
Right.
You know that.
I have.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking to you for 30 seconds, and I can tell that this guy's unhappy. I just don't know how long he's been unhappy in the relationship with you. And it probably has nothing to do with you. There's certain people where he just happened to land in Canada, and he met a great woman in you, and you make the best of it. And maybe you fall in love and you have a real good time. But when somebody has that thing in them where they know in their heart their life here is only temporary, the only thing he can do is ask you to go with him. And that is where the problem is, because if you don't go, you can't ask him to stay because resentment will set in faster than a flight to India. Mm-hmm. And your relationship will be ruined within a month because he will resent you forever.
And whether you say yes or no, he's still going to go on that trip.
Yeah. And if you are not that kind of person, if you are not the eat, pray, love, I want to go and travel and maybe, put roots down in somewhere else, maybe not even permanently, maybe let's spend our lives, we'll go and live in Belize or we'll go, other places in South America, and then we'll do a year in Australia. If you're not that kind of person, you will never be happy and you will resent him for the rest of your life. life.
Yeah, there's no middle ground with this.
There is
I'm just
no
not a traveler.
No, there is no middle ground.
But you
with this.
sound like you may be okay, like if he just took off and like your relationship ended.
You know, I'm supportive of the travel. It's just I don't know if he's going to come back to Canada to live anymore, and that's where the main issue is. I don't see myself living in another country. I mean, I love Canada. I grew up here. That is what's bothering me the most right now.
Yeah. And have you told him all this? Everything that you're saying to us? Have you said the exact same thing to him?
We've talked about it. We just don't really know what to do at this moment.
No, but have you said what you are saying to us to him?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. And what's his response? Like, he's still going, obviously.
Yeah, he's still going on his travels, and he said he can't give me an answer, and he doesn't know what to do either at this point.
Here's what I suggest is that you let him go because he's got this in him. This isn't a vacation for him. This is a calling, right? This is something that he has to do for him, and you're not going to stand in his way. You don't have any kids. You right? Correct?
I have a dog.
No, but okay, that's not the same thing.
He's like, you and your boyfriend, you don't have kids together, right?
No, we don't.
Here's what I would suggest. Let him go and do his thing, right? Let him go and do his thing. Give it like 3 months and figure out when he's in a place that may appeal to you and buy a ticket and go out and spend a week with him in wherever he is. And you will know immediately whether this is going to work or not. And I only say that if you truly love the guy. And if you're willing to just let him go, if he comes back to Canada and is like, yeah, you know what, I kind of love it here. Let's do this thing. And then if you're okay to take him back after that, then that's great if you want to make it work. But if you are truly cool with him, allowing him to sort of express himself inside and out, by traveling the world and maybe living somewhere else permanently, you're not going to stop him, and you shouldn't stop him.
Yeah, just the situation sucks.
Nor should he ask you to go with him and uproot your entire life. That's unfair too.
There's just no middle ground. I mean, as much as we love each other, I see the point is he's going to resent me.
Of course he will.
If he's in Canada, or I'm going to resent him if he makes me move across the world for him.
Yeah, but go and visit him. Go on one of his legs of the trip.
Ooh, like Vegas.
Vegas. But go and hang out for a couple weeks. See where he's living. See what he's doing. Have some fun. See if you guys like reconnect. But if you're not even that deep into this, then don't bother. Just wait for him to come back. And if he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
No.
Also, you're only 28, Jenny. You're good.
I don't know. I'm getting up there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's true. You are. Nah, you're good. But you fell in love with somebody who is the complete opposite. And I don't mean opposite in just taste, but you guys are two very different people.
Does that help, Jenny?
It does. I kind of just wanted to hear the...
You know what you need? A weekend in Vegas.
Oh, my God.
Love you lots, Jenny.
Thank you so much, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost are having a kid.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love them together as a couple.
I don't know how I feel about Colin Jost. I don't really have an opinion on Colin Jost.
He seems like a nice guy.
Does he, though? I don't think so. No,
you don't think so?
Nah,
Why are you so skeptical of Colin Jost?
I don't know.
What's he ever done to you?
Nothing.
My husband's top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Colin Jost?
Matthew adores and thinks he's the sexiest man.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else is in his top 5?
He knocked Channing Tatum down.
No, he did not.
Colin Jost is above Channing Tatum on Matthew's top 5.
Whoa.
So who else? So we have Colin Jost. We have Channing Tatum. Who else? So there's 3 more.
Oh, my God. I only know of those 2.
Is Sean Desmond still on it or no?
Oh, Sean Desmond, of course, absolutely. And Shawn Mendes is on there now.
Oh, okay.
4. Okay, so that's 4. So who's the last
Can
one?
I tell you, there's a park near us where Shawn Mendes walks his dog right now.
Yeah.
And Matthew has wanted to go to that park every day recently to see if maybe we can bump into them so that our dogs can meet.
Oh, you guys want to become dog buddies.
Right?
Oh, I gotcha.
And then what?
And then what? Yeah. Whoops.
What?
Sorry. Intercourse? Like I don't know.
Good luck with that.
Sorry, I fell. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Like, you just want to be able to say that your dogs play together. Oh my God, they play so well. And then you can be like, oh my God, look at how well they play together. Let's exchange numbers. We'll meet back here tomorrow 4:30. Like, that's
It's
the
like
whole
you
thing.
two have talked.
Yeah. No. So hold on a second. So Colin Jost, though, huh?
When we watch SNL, Matthew will be sleeping, but he's like, wake me for a weekend update. And then he'll sit there going, oh, wow, look at Colin Jost.
He does that while you're sitting there? Like,
Yeah.
he'll see like
He
somebody
loves
on
Colin
TV
Jost, yeah.
and get all like bothered by it. That's super
Like,
weird,
wake
man.
me from my sleep.
Like, I couldn't imagine sitting on the couch beside Catherine watching a show.
Yeah.
Right? Like watching anything where there was somebody who was attractive that came on screen, where I would put my hand on her leg and go, "Oh my God!" like
Colin Jost,
babes, if I fall asleep, if I fall asleep, okay, you wake me for Rachel Maddow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yesterday we talked about how Colin Jost was on stage in Connecticut doing a comedy show over the weekend, and he told people in the audience that he and Scarlett Johansson were having a baby. Fair enough. Nobody knew Scarlett Johansson was pregnant. Congratulations all around.
Good news.
And then yesterday afternoon, the story became that Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson had the baby.
So the other day when he said, hey, we're having a baby, he legit meant like in that moment.
But did anybody know
couple of
Scarlett
days?
Johansson was pregnant?
Nobody. No.
Nobody knew.
She disappeared.
Yeah.
Right? She wasn't even, I don't even think she did. Did she do promo for Black Widow?
Don't remember. I don't remember. But if she did, everything was on Zoom, right?
Oh, yeah. So you wouldn't even be able to tell.
You wouldn't even be able to tell. There was no way. So anyway, so they had the kid. They announced it yesterday on Instagram. It's a boy.
Yay!
His name is Cosmo.
Hey! Shout out to Cosmo.
Cosmo. That's like an incredibly New York name.
So I was just looking now to answer Mocha's question about whether or not Scarlett was doing interviews for Black Widow.
Yeah.
And on GMA and other interviews, you saw her from the neck up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Oh.
Like you only really saw her face.
And nobody questioned. I guess not. Like if you're on Zoom, right? It's whatever.
It is. Colin, in his post, asked for privacy and directed all inquiries to their publicist, Michael Che.
Wait, also from SNL.
No, he's not their publicist.
Weekend Update guy.
He's not their publicist.
It's not,
No, obviously.
But he's like, hey, if you want to get a hold of us, just DM Michael. But yeah, Cosmo. I don't know anybody else other than Kramer that was named Cosmo, right? Do you? You ever heard anybody named Cosmo?
Mm-mm.
Is there any famous Cosmos? Like even in sports, right? Nobody was named Cosmo.
No. Not
That
at
was
all.
a big deal when they found out Kramer's name was Cosmo on Seinfeld.
Got the first name. Cosmo.
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 Oh, what's so funny?
Okay, so you know the name now, huh? The cat is out of the bag.
When did that happen? Like, what season did that happen? Was it early?
That's what it was. No, it was later season. It's when they all went to meet Cosmo Kramer's mom, Babs, in the bathroom of the restaurant she worked at.
But do you know which season? Like, how far in?
Season 7, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
damn.
late. It was late.
Wow.
Yeah. They didn't reveal because it didn't even become a question as to whether that was his first name, last name, or whatever.
I assumed it was just his first name.
Yeah. Like it wasn't even a thing. Shem.
Season 6, episode 11.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So it was.
So they
it
went
was
years.
Yeah.
Damn.
They went years.
Although
with
in the
that.
first season, his name was Kessler before they changed it to Kramer.
Was it?
Yeah, for the first season, his name was Kessler.
Like the first season on television?
Yeah.
His name was Kessler?
The entire
Kessler.
first season.
Like the first few episodes, his name was Kessler.
Really?
Yeah, fun fact.
Oh. How do I not know that?
Me neither. He's always been Kramer.
Like they called him Kessler on the show?
Yeah, and then they changed it to Kramer. Yeah.
Oh. Jeez, that's weird. I didn't know that.
Because I never got into into Seinfeld until like rerun seasons. I never watched. I watched like
You didn't, huh?
when
No?
it was on live.
Yeah.
Periodically. Actually, no. I can't even confirm that.
So you were never the
Oh, it's still on.
the
You can watch
must see
it now.
the must see TV Thursday nights.
Thursday nights with Seinfeld and
What was-
Cheers and
Frasier.
no, huh?
Nothing like
and
that.
Frasier. No.
All my knowledge of Seinfeld comes from watching whenever it pops up on
Really?
any of the
that's interesting.
any of the channels.
Just wasn't
on
your
reruns.
thing. You didn't find it. But what were you watching then?
I don't know. What year was that?
Wasn't it the Seinfeld ran from
late
90s?
80s.
95 was that particular episode.
Yeah.
Was I born then?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bob Saget's trending right now.
Oh no! Don't tell me he died. He didn't die.
No, because he's been outed. Alec Baldwin was outed for this a while ago too, but Bob Saget he was outed for searching his own name on Twitter. Not people who at him, but just people who write his name. He'll search it and block.
So it could just be like Bob space Saget?
Yes. So
Okay.
he'll search just Bob Saget on
Yeah.
Twitter, and then he looks for people who have said bad things about him, and then he blocks them.
No!
And so it's people.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, so it's people finding out that they've been blocked by Bob Saget who have never added him before. And what's that, Maureen?
That's what Prince did.
That's what Prince did.
Yeah, and that's why I'm blocked by Prince. The
Oh,
singer.
right. Prince blocked you and then died.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Savage move, bro.
That's the ultimate move right there. But Alec Baldwin does this too, where he was he goes and just searches his own name.
And then just starts blocking people?
And if you say something bad about him, he just blocks you. Not even an ad. Like he's just sitting there like searching on Twitter his own name.
But then those people who were blocked by Bob Saget would have to then go at some point, maybe at a separate time,
right?
Then go to his Twitter account to see what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
And then, you do. And then I thought maybe it's, people who have, like their social media team where they just go through and independently do this for them.
Yeah.
So maybe it doesn't wind up ever in their
I don't know. You
feed
think
or
Bob
it doesn't.
Saget got a team?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
To me,
I think that's all him.
Yeah. To me, Bob Saget doesn't seem like the guy that has a team. But that's why Bob Saget is trending right now. Bob Saget, Danny Tanner, by the way, from Full House, in case you're unfamiliar with who Bob Saget is.
And filthy in real life.
Filthy in real life, yeah. Very nice, though. Like, I get along super well with Bob Saget.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wrote
yeah.
me something not that long ago to say congratulations on something that I put on social. It wasn't my beard.
Bought a new sprinkler.
Although let me
mowed the
just say
lawn or
this: while
something.
we're on the thing of people saying nasty stuff about you on social media,
Uh-huh.
there's been a lot of people, ladies, okay, over my vacation,
Yeah.
who in 2021 have some real strong opinions about my physical appearance.
Oh,
Some
really?
real strong opinions about my physical appearance.
What are they saying?
Just that, like saying like. Not like really, really nasty stuff, but stuff that I wouldn't say to somebody else unless they were damn it Maury. Right?
Okay, so if you were to, Maury, if you would you like to repeat, but like look at Maury?
No, I don't, because it's just like I didn't ask for anything. I'm on vacation, right? Like
Did you start
I
blocking
let my
them?
hair grow. No, but that's my thing is I didn't start blocking people because I feel that as soon as you start blocking people, that's when they really come after you, right?
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm terrified of people ever coming after me on social media.
Yo, so what do they do?
Like,
Are
it's
they
not
writing
cool.
Roz Space Weston? Are they
No, in
adding
the
you?
DM, the Shem got dragged into one of these things the other day.
Oh, in the DM.
You were replying like it's a
Oh,
big
no.
fun joke.
No. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. People were saying nice things about me, and I just happened to like and agree with
Yeah,
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where it went.
Yeah, no. Shem's in there. Oh my God, yes. Oh, you're so funny. Heart emoji. And everything else was like people saying terrible things about me in 2021, going after my physical appearance. I didn't think we did that anymore, but apparently we do.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can you turn my computer for a second? I want to play you something. I was watching that movie last night, Coda, on Apple.
What's
I don't know if
Coda?
you've seen the trailer for it.
Uh-uh.
Coda's about a young girl in high school who is the only one in her family who is not deaf.
Okay.
And takes place in, I think, like Cape Cod or whatever. And her family, her dad and her older brother, they're fishermen, and she's on the boat with them and translates, and they got to sell the fish and all this other
So
stuff.
she's the only one in her family that's
not deaf.
Okay.
And it's so beautiful. Like, I love that movie so much. And she's a singer. And the whole thing about the movie is that she loves to sing and then wants to join choir and wants to make something of herself maybe as a singer, but she lacks absolute confidence because nobody's ever heard her sing. She spends all day on the boat singing, spends all day in her house singing, but nobody's ever heard her sing because her family's deaf.
Yeah.
So she has to sort of get over that hump, and then she develops this beautiful relationship with her music teacher at school, and it's a great movie. But in the movie, she's walking around her room with one of her friends, and she puts this record on.
Okay.
And her friend is like, what the hell is this? And then they make mention of it, and
Is it something that we all know?
No, but I've had so many conversations about this band. There's a band called the Shags, and they were a real band from like the late 60s, I think it was. And the story with the Shags was it was this dad from like a poor town. He had like 7 kids, and the wife had a premonition that the daughters were going to become rock stars and sort of get them out of poverty, right? So he pulled the kids out of school, his 3 daughters out of school, got them instruments. He did give them basic lessons, although lessons were very expensive and they couldn't afford it, and basically had them practicing music in the basement for like 12 hours a day, and then he would have them do calisthenics like jumping jacks before bed.
Work up that cardio.
Work up that cardio.
Yeah.
And this was his philosophy on how to build the world's greatest band.
This is the guy from the Shags.
This is the dad of the Shags.
The dad of the Shags.
The dad of the 3 young girls.
Okay.
But he pushed them so fast and had them doing shows where he would put them on stages in the local community and like retirement homes, and people would throw cans at them because they were so bad. But he just wanted his daughters to be rock stars. So he started recording them, and they made an album when they were not ready at all to make an album. That album is now legendary. Rolling Stone's done stories on it. Kurt Cobain called it one of his favorite albums of all time.
Because it's so bad?
So here, I'm going to play you a little bit from the Shags. This is a song called...
And old folks are throwing cans at these kids.
This is a song called My Pal Foot Foot, and this is off the legendary album by the Shags. So listen to this.
My pal's name is Foot Foot Foot. He always likes to roam. My pal's name is Foot Foot Foot. I never find him home. I go to his house, knock at his door. People come out and say, Foot Foot don't live here no more. My pal Foot Foot always likes to roam. My pal Foot Foot.
Now, a couple things people have pointed out. Okay,
Number one, that it's trash.
Okay, but here's like what a couple people have pointed out is when you actually listen to it, they're terrible, right?
Yes,
they
are.
don't know what they're doing.
No,
but
they don't.
everything that they do is very deliberate. Like it's not like somebody just grabbed a guitar and just started like hammering on it. Like
sounds like it.
they don't miss strums, even though the drums are completely. I don't even know what she's doing on those drums.
Oh, they were recording that like live?
She doesn't
Like
miss it. This is the
singing with-
album. This is the album.
So they were like singing with the instruments like that?
Absolutely.
At the same time?
At the same time.
I mean, it sounds like it.
Right? So this is, if you ever wondered what would happen if you gave people instruments that have never really played instruments before and asked them to record an album, this is what you get.
Now he has no home. Where will Foot Foot go? What will Foot Foot do? Oh, Foot Foot,
Like, I don't
wish
know.
I could find you. I've looked here, I've looked there, I've looked there.
Like, I don't know which beat
Why can't I find
to follow, whether it's like what they're singing or the actual music, like the instruments.
This is what happens when your wife has a dream that your daughters are going to be rock stars, and then the dad goes to the extreme.
It pulls them out of
And
school.
pulls them out of school. My favorite comment on this, if you go on YouTube and start listening to Shag songs, the comment sections are the absolute best. My favorite comment, though, for this song is, this song feels like calling your teacher mom by accident.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Paradise is back, baby.
Tell me about it.
It is my absolute favorite in everything Bachelor Nation, Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, you live for Paradise, huh?
Oh my God, this is my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was only able to watch an hour of it last night, but from the hour that I
How
watched.
long is it, 2?
It's 2 hours.
2
I know
hours.
Shem and Deb and Maury watch the full episode.
This was my first time ever watching Bachelor in
So
Paradise.
you've never watched Paradise?
This is my first time, and I'll tell you this: I will never stop watching.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of the people who are on this season, I have no idea who they are.
Right.
Some of them didn't last too long on the seasons that they were on, although some of them I do recognize. David Spade was announced like a long time ago as one of their celebrity guest hosts. So he was there on episode 1 last night.
Welcome to Bachelor in Paradise. It's literally like a mile. Am I too close? Here's my mark. Welcome to the show, and this is the show where the guys are good looking, the girls are good looking, and I'm the host. But I'm not a contestant, so I'm off limits. Anyway, I've checked around, I've checked out the situation, I got my ear to the tracks, and I have to tell you without exaggerating, this could be the most dramatic Bachelor in Paradise ever in history.
Yes.
Or at least top 20. All right, well, let's get the show going. Who cares about me?
So
I love him.
I think that upcoming
Spade's so
hosts,
great.
I think next week's Little John, they have Titus Burgess coming up, and they also have Lance Bass.
Yeah.
One person thought the celebrity guest host was not going to be David Spade. This is what Tammy said on the show last night, Bachelor in Paradise.
What? Hi.
Hi, Dave.
It's Dave now.
I feel like we're close.
I walk into the gates of paradise and I see a man with long blonde hair. Thought it was John Paul Jones at first. But it is Dave Chappelle, right? Did you expect for you to be working with us in paradise?
No, I lost a bet.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's his name?
Wow.
Like, come on, you have to know who Dave Chappelle looks like.
Well,
or was she like kind of flustered, caught up in the moment, and she meant to say David Spade? She knew it was a Dave somebody.
Well, they're definitely different.
They're a little bit different.
Also, John Paul Jones.
Yeah.
Super weird.
I don't even know who that is.
That's a former contestant.
No.
No.
Is it? Isn't he a
John Paul
singer?
No, he's a... Wait, isn't John Paul...
No,
he's a singer.
No, John Paul Jones was in Led Zeppelin.
Oh, I'm thinking of JP... What's the guy? Oh, never mind.
One of the other guys
One
from
of the, yeah, one of the
Bachelor
other guys
Nation?
from Bachelor Nation. Yeah.
Grocery Store Joe is back.
Oh,
Grocery Store
yeah?
Joe from Chicago that everybody
I felt
loves.
so bad for this guy last night.
So he starts to form this instant connection. He's like really feeling Serena P. Serena P, who we've had on the Roz Mocha Show before. Serena P, who used to be a swim instructor, her boss is the one that taught me how to swim last year.
Oh my God, that's right.
Small world.
Right.
But listen to how Joe, super nervous talking to women, right? Here is his way of flirting with Serena P, okay?
Okay.
This is so weird.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Really cute.
Look straight ahead.
Okay.
It's pretty.
It is pretty.
Okay. Now look to your right. Lower.
They're in love, you guys.
Stop it.
First bachelor couple.
Yeah. The vibe here on the beach is very chilled. People are already connecting. So it definitely seems possible to find love in paradise.
So you're from Toronto, born and raised?
From Toronto, born and raised.
Okay. Toronto is very ugly from the outside, but beautiful in. Not like you.
Thank
You're
you.
beautiful
Thanks
from
for-
the outside, and I just can't figure out what your inside is yet.
My inside's fantastic.
I think so.
Thanks.
You're coming off good.
Thanks.
And he like
Wow.
instantly regretted that comment.
Wow. Wow. By the way, there is another John Paul Jones who's like some young singer that I never heard of before. But I guess that's who she meant. He's like young and dashing and blonde.
But I think the biggest takeaway from episode 1 of Bachelor in Paradise is when one of the contestants, she walks down the stairs and she sees somebody on the beach who had arrived earlier and was like, OMG, I know you.
Oh, no.
Yes. And he was like, excuse me, from where? Listen to this.
Tajwan walks down the steps, and I'm just like, man, I gotta grab this woman. She's gorgeous. She's walking with confidence, and I'm interested immediately.
Awesome, nice to meet you. Oh, look who it is. I know you. Hi, in person.
Want to go chat a little bit?
Yeah, let's go talk. Yeah, so I know Trey because I went on a date with his uncle.
Oh.
How you been?
I've been amazing.
I don't think he knows. I'm glad your uncle introduced us.
How did you meet him?
Dating app.
He's.
So this guy's uncle DM'd her, and she went on a date with him.
You can't date somebody after they dated your uncle.
And it's not like, like distant uncle. It's his mother's brother.
Right, Uncle Horny. All up in her DMs.
But the two of them ended up like hitting it off, right?
No, but it gets so awkward. Like they
More awkward?
Oh yeah, why?
Because they hit it off. They start flirting. Next thing you know, they start kissing.
Okay. I'm excited to see what this turns into. I like talking to you. You have really good energy. You are a very quality woman so far, and like I'm very interested, getting to know you. And this is an amazing place to be.
Right.
Like, if there's a better start to a story, I don't know it. So I'm definitely excited.
I need someone who's gonna go for it, and they know what they want.
Okay, so the kiss happens.
Yeah.
Right?
A long kiss.
Boom.
That was pretty certain. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Great kiss. I'm very caught off guard right now. I don't know what's happening anymore. And it's only day one.
Aww.
I really enjoyed kissing Trey. More than his uncle.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Oh,
that's so gross.
Come on.
That's so gross.
I swear to God, this is the reason why I love Bachelor in Paradise.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There was a fan account that posted a picture of Drake in the studio, and the heart that he had shaved into the front of his head.
Yeah, because he's a certified lover boy.
Yeah, and it was looking real faded. And the account said that heart is stressed with a bunch of cry laughing emojis. And then Drake responded and said, "I had COVID. That ish grew in weird. I had to start again. It's coming back. Don't diss."
I didn't know COVID made your hair.
COVID does a lot of weird things to a lot of different people. Okay. And I guess for Drake, his hair started growing in weird, right? COVID, you go and look at some of the bizarro side effects that COVID has left people with that are very unique to like certain individuals. And we know somebody who's a good friend of a friend who I don't know if she can still walk right.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Had to relearn physio.
Really?
Physio, everything, the whole thing. Teach her how to walk again.
Got COVID like when? Like recently
at the beginning.
or at the beginning?
At the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah, still doesn't walk right. Yeah, but Drake's hairline apparently was affected, and that's why the heart has been looking a little sad.
He never said like when, right?
No, that's the thing he didn't say. Is he didn't say when, and he never said, exactly how bad or what the other side effects were or what he had to do.
If you look at the timeline of his life, like he travels a lot still, right?
Yeah.
He was in Vegas, he was in Miami.
Yeah.
Where the Billboard Awards were in LA, he rented out the football stadium to throw the big party.
Yeah, he was shooting videos at the very beginning of all of this.
Yeah.
Right? So he didn't say when, but you can sort of, I guess you can look. It's going to be sometime between when he first shaved the heart in his hair.
And before that?
And the way it is now.
Oh, and the way it is now. Yeah.
Because the heart used to look great, right? And now it doesn't because his hair's growing in wonky.
Yeah, no shade, by the way, Drake.
Right. So it has to be at some point between then and now, like somewhere in the middle. But I was trying to think, like, was there a moment where Drake sort of dropped off and even for a little while of where you might have been able to think that was the run that he had COVID? I don't pay enough attention to him, but
I don't
his
think,
life.
Like he's still posting, like he's still pretty active.
But posting with words, you can still
social,
do
right?
that,
Do you
right?
think that when he said his was it his knee or his ankle was sore? Do you think he made that up just so he could get out of the spotlight for COVID?
No, because the heart design happened way after. Way after.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shem.
Yeah, I was gonna say in and around that music video for Tuesday Slide. Before that, we didn't really see Drake, and then he kind of appeared afterwards in that music video.
No,
right?
but even still, the heart in the heart shape in his hair That design came like way after.
What, Mocha, can you DM
Yeah,
him
way
and ask?
after. Way after.
No, he don't reply to me,
Yeah,
man. I DM him all the time.
It happened way after.
Not that I'm
But anyway, so if you're wondering why Drake's heart shaved into his head is looking a little stressed, according to Drake, it's because he had COVID and his hair grew in weird.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
As the world slowly gets back to some sort of a new normal, companies are starting to bring people back into the office on kind of a hybrid model where you come into the office 3 days a week and 2 days you work from home. There are some companies who are saying if you come in to work 2 out of those 3 days, it has to be like a Monday and like a Thursday or a Monday and a Friday.
Right, so people don't book themselves long weekends every day or every week, right? Yeah.
So the question was asked if people would take a 25% pay cut to keep working from home.
25%?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Because surprisingly, a lot of people would much rather work from home. Like even just before I even read this, just through conversation and, you know, stuff that you see on the news, like when they interview people, a lot of people just enjoy it better.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be sick and tired of it and just like want to be back in that work environment or office environment, right? So 65% of people said that they would actually take a 5% pay cut to work from home.
Okay.
Permanently.
Yeah.
38% would take a 10% pay cut. 15% of people would take a 25% pay cut.
It's a big number.
To keep working remotely.
That's a big number.
Other things people would be willing to give up in order to work from home permanently. 39% would give up their health insurance benefits.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Half of them surveyed would give up vision insurance.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Glasses,
I can
stuff
see
like that, right?
Sure, yeah.
44% would give up dental.
Jeez.
Yo, man, going to the dentist is hella expensive.
It is.
I don't know if I could give that up to work from home.
No.
I mean, we haven't had to work from home.
Working from home is an interesting one. I've talked to a lot of people who are hell-bent on never returning to the office.
Really?
And a couple of things that they say, it's not even so much the ease of working from home, but it's what working from home does for the rest of your life. Meaning, you no longer have to spend your Sunday on your day off doing the laundry.
Yeah.
Because when you work from home, you can put a load in. When you hear it beep, when you're wait for the conference call to finish, you go downstairs, you flip it, you throw it in the dryer. Like, you get all your life stuff done while you're still at home. And not only that, but you have a quarter of a glass of white wine near you at all times. Right?
Think about what working from home.
Nobody's getting hammered working from home. But after that long Zoom meeting that maybe didn't go well,
You need a little 1-2 sip.
there's a couple sips there, and it is always an arm length away, right? And that is a lot of things that people are no longer willing to give up because it makes life very good.
But think about what working from home does for the rest of your family. Like, sure, you're saving on laundry and stuff, but it adds a lot of stress.
If I never went back to ET Canada, and I told Catherine I'm going to be permanently working from home ET Canada, doing ET Canada, it would be one of the greatest days of her life.
Really?
Yeah, to have me home all the time.
Because Matthew is like dying to stay home, and I'm like,
But you speak about your relationship and how much you hate being together. Like, we can all relate.
Facts. So again, 25%. Like, how many? What would you? Sorry, would you take a 25% pay cut to keep working from home?
But think about how much you're saving on gas too.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, Marty, you spend $30 a month on gas.
Yeah, that is true. Other things people say that they would give up or what they would adjust. 53% would work an extra 10 hours a week.
Oof.
55% would give up social media for a year in order to work from home.
Easy.
52% of people would give up Netflix.
No.
52% also said the same thing about Amazon deliveries.
No.
They'd give up.
No.
And 34% of people would give up their right to vote in all future elections.
Of course, in a second.
In a
second. Y'all.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Candace, girl, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. Woo! baby. We got
Hi.
lots to talk about, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What is going on with your life? What's on your mind?
My ex has unblocked me and wants me back. Should I give him another chance?
So it says, Roz Mocha fixed my life. I dated a guy for 3 years. He doesn't have any post-secondary education, which bugged my family since I have a degree and they value education. We broke up in January, but we kept seeing each other pretty much every week because we can't stay away from each other. I told him I'm going to start dating because I'm not going to sit around and wait for him to change. And he got upset and blocked me on everything. Finally, he unblocks me and tells me he still loves me, but he's also started dating. Meanwhile, I didn't start dating. Does he deserve a second chance? Wow. Why did you guys break up?
He had issues with lying and just other problems that we would fight about. So
What do you mean issues with lying? Like, so he was lying. What was he lying about?
Oh, like he was like earlier in our relationship, like maybe the first year of our relationship, he lied about things like deleting conversations, or he'd be out all night and like didn't tell me what he was doing. So things like that. And it really bothered me because I came from like a pretty toxic relationship before that where he lied to me, and my like current ex knew that I had come from a place of trust issues, and yeah, he did it to me again.
So you think he was like talking to other girls or like hooking up with other girls?
Yeah, he wasn't hooking up, maybe talking, but he was definitely like doing things like going out partying and not letting me know.
Yeah.
Do you trust him?
Now maybe more than before, but now that he's like kind of started dating again, I'm like, no, not really.
Why are you contemplating taking him back?
Like I said, like we've broken up, like honestly, maybe like half a year ago, but like I think it's the comfort. He's also kind of become like my best friend in the last 3 years or whatever. So
No, he's not. No,
I think you've given us way too many reasons already in the short time that we've talked to you as to why you should not be in that relationship. Is he still with someone right now? Like, he says he wants you back, but do you know, like, for a fact that he's not with somebody else right now?
Like I know he's just on dating apps. I don't think he's like in a full relationship with anyone, but yeah. That's all I know.
He's seeing people casually. I think you're very easy. I think you're very easy for him. I think that maybe you've been hurt in the past, and you get attached easily, and he knows that he can get away with certain things, and he knows that as soon as he unblocks you, you're going to be right there for him. And I think that you are very easy for him. And one of the reasons why I think that you feel that you need to keep running back to him is because you didn't get the closure that you felt that you needed in order to put this relationship behind you.
Also, it was 3 years, so it's very familiar.
Yeah.
Right? Everything about him is very familiar. But I think you also have to like keep in mind all the reasons why you didn't trust him in the first place, right? Keep that in your mind as well.
So it sounded like it ended weird when it did end, and you were still obviously heartbroken. There was no real closure, and the door was maybe left open a little bit when it should have been shut hard. We always say that when you're breaking up with somebody, you need to be blunt, but you need to be compassionate, and you got to walk away, and you got to have the balls to say what you need to say in order to not leave somebody there waiting. And when something's over, you need to tell them that it's over. You don't have to be a jerk about it, but you have to tell somebody that it's over. And that goes for you too, if you wanted to end something. When that doesn't happen, you sit there waiting. And he knows that you're waiting, and for him, you are very easy. And that makes life great for a guy who likes to lie and play on Tinder, but also still have a girlfriend.
Yeah, you're right. Like, it's definitely the comfort that I keep going back to him, and I reminisce the good things, but, ignore all the bad things that I hate about him, right?
Yeah. Candace, you deserve so much better.
Yeah.
All right? You don't sound happy right now. I don't think you're going to be happy with this guy because this is, obviously on your mind so much, which is contributing to the unhappiness. You deserve to be happy. I think you can do so much better for yourself.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you're the jerk.
Should we call him?
I mean, geez, with something like this, I would never tell you to dump a guy when it's a relationship. It's where it's a relationship. Like it's your choice, but just don't be somebody's easy decision. You know what I mean? Like don't be the thing that somebody knows is always there regardless. Don't be that person.
Hey, you said that when you guys broke up in January, since then, though, that you've still been, like, seeing each other and stuff. Have you been hooking up during that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course.
It's the pandemic. Like, you don't really meet a lot of other people, so
I get it.
it's comforting, right?
Yeah, he feels like home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you start having, when you can't really pick out the good days and you're basing your good days on the fact that they're just not awful days, those aren't actually good days. You're just having fewer real crap days. That's all.
Yeah. You deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna cut him off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, say that again?
Say that again?
Your phone cut out. He's not listening in, is he?
Sorry, I think I was just gonna cut him off.
I thought he was about to cut you off the line. All right, you do you, girl. Thank you so much. Sending you lots of love.
Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
So Jeopardy begins taping its new season today.
Oh, with the new host?
With Mike Richards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Producer of the show, now turned co-host.
And there's a lot, everybody's digging into Mike Richards now. So he just had to release a statement and an apology for past comments he's made. I'll get to that in a second. But a couple of things I didn't know. I thought that Mike Richards was there for a whole lot longer than what he was. Hey, Maury, come in here for a second.
Because he was a producer of
Wheel
of Fortune.
So,
not The Price is Right, too, or no?
He was before. He was before.
Okay.
So he replaced a guy named Harry Friedman. Harry Friedman was the producer of Wheel and Jep for 25 years and 23 years for both those shows. Mike Richards, when he came in, Alex Trebek got sick like within months of him taking over the show. So it's not like Mike Richards had been there for years and had built this great relationship with Alex Trebek.
Oh.
I thought he had been there a whole lot longer.
No, because before Mike Richards was a guy named Rocky Schmidt.
He's still there.
They switched roles.
Yeah. So he's still there.
So Mike Richards has only been producer of Jeopardy for a year plus?
He was only the executive producer of Jeopardy. He hasn't been the executive producer of Jeopardy for long.
Oh.
Now, Jeopardy has been untouchable for 25 years by network executives because Jeopardy alone in 1 year brings in the network $125 million.
Wow.
And over the course of their runs, they say that Jeopardy has brought in Sony $2 billion. Wheel of Fortune has brought in $1 billion.
Syndication and all the rights and all that.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Wow.
So I know that you guys were talking about how this host search wasn't really a host search.
Well, because they never specifically said that.
But they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. They did because they came out, the executive producers and Sony came out to say that with the collection of people that they had, they were going to use analytics and focus groups and everything available to determine who was the person that the audience liked the most based on who was hosting after the death of Alex Trebek.
That I didn't know.
It's all available. Okay. So here's the thing. Mike Richards wasn't supposed to be one of them.
Did he replace somebody?
So if you remember, after Alex Trebek died, Ken Jennings came in and did a whole long run of hosting for the show after he passed away. There was a conflict because Ken Jennings had to go and host that show, The Chase. Internally, the other producers at Jeopardy said we could accommodate the schedule and move it around so Ken Jennings wouldn't have to miss a week. The only reason Mike Richards went in, if you remember the first day he hosted, was because he said that there was a conflict with Ken Jennings, and Ken Jennings couldn't be there that week.
But in theory, they could have fixed that.
They could have fixed that.
He wanted to host.
He put himself in there.
Now, it's worth saying that he's hosted before. He hosted Beauty and the Geek.
Right, but not this. He was never going to be one of the people in contention for this job.
Well, now, in theory, as executive producer, he could easily do what he wants. He could say, I want to host, I'm going to host.
Also, when all of the episodes were collected and delivered to focus groups, Mike Richards apparently had the sole decision and discretion on which episodes were chosen and submitted.
Oh, scandalous.
So he could take his best episode.
Correct.
Put it to that focus group and maybe take like LeVar Burton's worst episode.
Correct.
Or what he
Tilted
perceived
this
as being
to his
bad.
benefit.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
That's dirty.
So this is the problem with Jeopardy, is because right now the one thing that Jeopardy has always had, especially with Alex Trebek, was its integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem now isn't that Mike Richards isn't likable; it's that Jeopardy is losing integrity. Because that's the one thing that they've always had.
But now let me ask you
because
this.
this was so shady the way everything went down.
That was all behind the scenes, but in front of the camera, like he could be doing a great job, right? Like, I mean, maybe he is a good
No,
host.
but
for
integrity
this.
matters, though, right?
But it's the integrity of
that
the process.
Now that
That's
the
the
news,
problem.
I agree
now
with
that the
that.
news is out there, the perception of Mike Richards will be changed, right?
Right.
But they're still going to go ahead and tape with him.
Yeah, he's starting today. And Mike Richards also releasing a statement to People Magazine. So they went through, people have been going through and digging up everything they can on Mike Richards and how the lawsuits that were levied against him when he was in charge of The Price is Right, that were settled out of court, and a few of them were dropped. But they went through his old podcasts and found the way that he had talked about women in his podcast, women that he had worked with on The Price is Right and on the podcast. And so he just released a statement saying, it is humbling to confront a terribly embarrassing moment of misjudgment, thoughtfulness, and insensitivity from nearly a decade ago. Looking back now, there is no excuse, of course, for the comments I made on the podcast, and I am deeply sorry. The podcast was intended to be a series of irreverent conversations between longtime friends who had a history of joking around. Even with the passage of time, it's more than clear that my attempts to be funny and provocative were not acceptable. So he's already having to, and he deleted all the podcasts, by the way. Like he's erasing his history. Like he's erasing his past. Yeah. So the one thing that
So
Jeopardy...
he doesn't have that podcast no more?
No, it hadn't been on for a long time, but he just
they were
deleted
still
all the past
available to listen
episodes.
to.
So the one thing that Jeopardy always had was integrity, and the what people are worried about now about the future of Jeopardy is that that's the one thing that they've lost within a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to show you this video. Boston Dynamics. This is the company behind those. We've all seen the videos already. The robotic dogs and like
the Black Mirror company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the robots that
Yeah,
move like
yeah,
humans. They jump, they climb, they can jump and turn.
Crazy, man.
So have you seen the new video
No.
that they released yesterday?
No.
It's trending number 2 right now on YouTube. 2.1 million views already.
Okay.
So the new video has these 2 robots jumping and running on these angled platforms. They run upstairs, little wooden stairs.
Yeah.
Jump onto tables, jumping off tables. It's like a Ninja Warrior kind of course
Right.
that these robots
Ninja
are.
Robot Warrior?
Yeah. One jumped over a wooden plank. Then they jump onto a table. They do a synchronized move. They backflip off the table onto another platform. And then they backflip again onto the floor. One of the robots throws his arms in the air in victory. The other robot, after jumping off the table, makes a clean land. I'm telling you right now, this robot brushes his friggin' shoulders.
No, he doesn't.
Swear.
No, he doesn't.
I'm going to show you this video right now. And you tell me this isn't scary as hell. Okay? Watch.
Like, how is that not a guy in a suit?
Like clean jumps too, right? He's running on the platform, the angled platforms. Now running up some wooden stairs onto a table. Jumps.
Jumps down. Jumps down again. Balance beam. Down on the ground. Here
And
comes
there's the
guy.
other
Here
robot.
comes guy number 2. Like, can I tell you though that the reason why this is maybe not as impressive as it should be is because I just feel like I'm watching a movie where this is CG.
Right. Okay,
Like,
watch this. Watch.
I would have
now
to
they're
be
both
in
on the
the
table.
room.
Watch the synchronized move. Watch. Boom. Backflip.
Wow.
Backflip again
Backflip
onto the floor.
again.
Look. Did you see that one do the shoulder brush?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Isn't that nuts?
Can you believe that we're only like 19 years ago we were all blown away by the Roomba? You know what I mean? Like 19 years ago we were all blown away by the Roomba, and now there's robot ninja warriors.
Yeah.
Like synchronized robot ninja warriors. I saw a picture the other day. Somebody had a Roomba, and I guess they went to work, and the Roomba, the dog pooped in the kitchen, and then the Roomba ran over it and carried it everywhere all throughout the entire house.
Not
Like
even the Roomba could save that house
Not
now.
even the Roomba can save that house, right? You know what I mean? Like but we're only 19 years from Roomba to this.
Yeah.
Like that is incredible. Like this is Black Mirror kind of thing.
Yeah, it's actually pretty scary. Like, it's impressive. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
But it is scary as hell.
Yeah, because it's only a matter of time before they're like, oh, the police force just got our order of our robots. And yeah, you know what I mean? It's RoboCop.
The thing that's scary is that we only see 2 of these things in this video.
Yeah.
Boston Dynamics right now in their warehouse. Yeah. How many more of these exist?
I know. I don't, I'll tell you, I don't want to fight a clone war. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have it in me. I don't want to join a rebellion and fight back.
But if you haven't seen this video right now, it's by Boston Dynamics. Just it's called Partner. The video, the title of it is actually kind of scary too.
Yeah,
it's called Partners in Parkour.
No, thank you. I don't want to fight a Terminator. I don't.
And that's exactly what these are. There's 2 of them in this video. They're both Terminators.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to get your opinion on this. There's a string of hotels in the U.S. that are looking to lower the price of your hotel stay by testing out a la carte style of booking, where typically when you book your hotel stay, you get access to everything that hotel has to offer, right? You may get to go to their hot tub or use the pool or use the gym or whatever, right? So these hotels, what they're testing out is they're going to charge you less for your hotel stay. Let's say you don't want to use the pool, but you want to use the gym. They'll charge you like $20 to use the gym.
Right.
Or you don't use the gym, maybe you want to use the pool, they'll charge you $20 to use the pool. Maybe you want to check in early, they'll charge you this much to check in early. Maybe you want a late checkout, they charge you this much for a late checkout.
Right.
The times that I've stayed in hotels, very rare, almost never would I use the gym or the pool. So for somebody like me, I would rather take a discount on my hotel room than to pay what they would normally charge to get access to all those things. There was literally one time I had ever used the gym at a hotel.
Yeah.
And that was when I went to see WrestleMania in Detroit.
And you felt like you had to get pumped before WrestleMania?
And I went to work out the morning of.
Really?
Yeah.
In case they tapped you on the shoulder, right?
I was like,
we
"You're
need
up."
you. You're up. Yeah? Good for you. I would have done that too.
Undertaker needs you.
Yeah. That's the real story here. Is that you went all the way to Detroit and worked out for the hopes of getting into the ring at WrestleMania. That's the story I want to hear. What'd you pay for that room? But did they list at all what the price differences would be?
No, they haven't. They haven't.
I always find with a la carte options, you wind up paying as much or even more.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not about somebody who doesn't want anything paying less. It's more about somebody who wants to use everything paying more than they normally would. So it's not like they're going to, because you can always get a discount room rate, right? Like you can go on those websites and get a discount room rate. But if you have to do all the a la carte directly with the hotel, maybe like when you check in or you got to call ahead of time.
Sure.
So those rates are never going to go down. It's always going to be X amount of dollars for the gym and the pool and the everything else.
Yeah.
So if you do wind up getting a discount hotel rate, you're going to wind up paying more for the extras than you actually would for the room.
So it's not even worth it. I mean, it's all
I'm
relative.
with you. Like, I don't use that stuff anyway. Like, I don't use the pool. I don't use the gym, obviously. Right?
Not even for WrestleMania weekend?
No, I don't. I've never got on a plane and flown anywhere and thought I might have to fight somebody. Right? When I got there.
Actually, no. I do remember the second time. There's 2 times, and they're both wrestling related. Okay.
Yeah.
So that one time in Detroit, WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
I worked out at the gym.
Right.
The second time was at the Beverly in LA.
Yeah.
when I had to go and interview The Rock.
Oh, you worked out before you interviewed The Rock?
And I worked out the morning that I had to go interview The Rock.
Right, just to get like what, a little swole?
Just
Like
a
he's
little
like
bit,
one workout? Was he just going to be like, whoa, look at
No,
you?
it was like I worked out for like an hour and a half.
That's not good, man. You
like
can't-
heavyweight, heavy. So like everything on me was swollen.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz and Mocha. Who's this?
This is Ahmad. How are you?
Good, man. What's going on?
So last night while driving, we were listening to this really old podcast. Like somebody called in and said about it was a riddle. And my wife was listening to Maury and she was like, who is this guy? Is he special? I was like, no, this guy's normal. Like he's like a normal guy, you know?
Okay, hold on. So you listened to an old episode of a podcast where somebody called in to give a riddle, and what, Maury, was a riddle for the room or a riddle specifically for Maury?
For Maury, it was
Okay.
what has 4 words, never has 5 words, and something has 9 words.
Right.
Letters. Oh, yeah. That was on a recent episode. Okay, yeah.
And Maury went from like brother-in-law, and my wife was just giving me the blank look. She's like, you listen to this all day long? I was like, no, it's fun. Like, this guy's amazing.
Oh, damn.
So she's like, how come this guy Maury ended up with Roz and Mocha? Like, these two guys are sophisticated, but Maury is like a good-looking guy. Sometimes not, like, he's not good with math or anything like that, but, you know. So how come...
Hold on, Ahmad, you said that Maury was a good-looking guy?
There is nothing else to defend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. I don't think that Maury, I know that this sounds like sort of disparaging, but I think that Maury, somebody's saying, correct me if I'm wrong, come in here, my love. Correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody's saying that your looks are your best quality, or when you do something foolish, somebody said to you, good thing you're so good looking. That is the highest compliment you could ever earn, correct?
I'm going to go home a happy man.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you can just tell your wife the thing that we always say about Dammit Maury is that he is, Dammit Maury's good at certain things, just not most things.
Oh, thanks, Roz.
But the question is, how come he got hired with you guys?
Come on, man.
Where's the chemistry? My wife was like, there is no chemistry between... with Maury and Roz and Mocha. Like, there's nothing.
Okay, ask your wife if she thinks that the show would be better without Maury, or is it better with Maury?
No,
I have. And then that's your answer.
I have listened to every single episode, and I can tell you, no, you need Maury. Like, he is like the salt in the food, you know?
Mocha.
The salt in the food.
Dude said I'm good looking.
Yeah. You shouldn't have said that, by the way, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah. Should have kept
I
that.
know, now he's on the pedestal, right?
Yeah, you should have kept that one to yourself.
Thank you, Ahmad.
My apologies.
Right on, brother.
Aren't you going to ask me the question?
Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Hands down, pants down, Roz.
Hands down, pants down, Roz.
Shem, this dude said I'm good looking.
Oh, shut
he's
up,
not
Maury.
well.
Look at Maury talking. Look at the way his voice is right now.
I'm going to take that back from you.
Thank you. Yeah, take it back. Yeah, let's take
you
it
guys are the
back.
best. Thank you so much.
Retracted, stricken from the record, my man.
Thank you so much, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, let me tell you this story.
Please.
Has to do with OnlyFans.
Oh, excuse me.
I read about this in the New York Post today. Allie Ray from Boston.
Should I know her?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is an NICU nurse. She's 37. She's got 3 kids.
Right.
She was a nurse.
Okay.
Until the hospital
A
she
baby
works
nurse.
for found out about her OnlyFans page. But it's the way they found out about it.
Okay.
So when COVID started, and like even now, much like all medical staff, Allie was working like a crazy amount of hours. She's pulling in like 14-hour days, right? So as a hobby to get her mind off of her day job, this is according to her.
Okay.
She started posting like bikini shots on Instagram.
Okay.
And the likes started coming in, and she got up there to like 75,000 followers. And then the DMs started blowing up. So she decided to go on OnlyFans, where she now has like 69,000 followers and growing, right?
Right.
And what Allie says is, I posted 2 photos and I had people sign up for probably about 2 weeks without me posting anything else.
Okay.
The numbers kept going up and up and up. After that first month and a half, we easily cleared $8,000. It was kind of crazy. As a nurse, I was making $6,000, maybe $7,000 a month. So this was real money. Her husband, by the way, helps take some of the photos and videos that she posts on OnlyFans.
Super weird, man. When it becomes a couples thing, I don't know about that.
So on her OnlyFans, she never said where she worked. She never even gave her real name.
Right.
Right? There's Ali Gray is like a fake name, right?
Yeah.
In order to keep it a secret from the people that she works with. But 6 coworkers found some of the more tame content that she had on her Instagram. And then they ended up finding her OnlyFans page. Other nurses at the hospital.
So she works with people who are OnlyFans fans.
No.
Oh.
They did some digging because they were like, why? Exactly.
Why you gotta be so busy?
So here's what they did. Because they did some digging. They found out about the Instagram page and like, hold on, what's this? And then they started digging around, found her OnlyFans page.
Be so busy,
right? And then they subscribed
to
her OnlyFans page for the sole purpose of taking screenshots and then snitching to the hospital. And then the hospital said to her, you either got to give up your job here or you got to give up your OnlyFans page. She decided to give up her job at the hospital.
Right.
And not OnlyFans.
Right.
Where now on OnlyFans, like at her day job, when she was working in a hospital, she said she was making $6,000, maybe $7,000 a month. As OnlyFans, is her only income right now, she's pulling in $200,000 a month.
Oh, you can make that much money. You can make that much money as a nurse on OnlyFans?
I mean, she's not a nurse now.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, that's incredible. Why you gotta be so busy, though?
Yeah.
But she's not in politics. Like, she's in, like, you know, what's wrong with what?
Obviously, people are just like, why you got to do that to a coworker? Why you go looking through their Instagram and like cross-referencing and then wanting to screen grab and like snitch on them and like I get it if you're putting people in danger, right? Like I get that.
And she did everything to hide her real life identity
from
the world, right?
Yeah, but
it's these 6 coworkers who, in order to get that information, to get this girl to choose between her day job and OnlyFans, they had to then pay her through the they had to pay the OnlyFans account.
Yeah, that's some busy coworkers, man.
Well, now who's laughing now?
Well, no, still, I mean, but you know, how long's the problem is that with influencers and especially OnlyFans, when you put your entire future and life into a platform, that platform can flip. They can sell OnlyFans and say no more nude content.
Yeah.
And then all those people on OnlyFans are scred. Like you got
but if you're
nothing.
making
There's nowhere to go.
Like if she put some away or whatever, she'll be good for a while.
Put some away. I think she's doing okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, tonight, all weekend, the next few days, the Paw Patrol movie will be taking over your life. It's out right now. The city of Toronto announced that today is Paw Patrol Day. My 4-year-old is like really excited because Paw Patrol is super huge in our house. And our girl, Alessia Cara, is here because she's got a song in the movie. This is what it sounds like.
Hold your head up, you'll find your way home. You won't get what you give sometimes.
Oh my God, Alessia Cara, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. You have a song in the Paw Patrol movie.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I got to write a song for this movie, which is crazy because I know how huge it is in the, with the kids these days. So it was very awesome. My cousins are like huge fans also. So I feel like now I finally have the stamp of their approval.
Oh yeah.
In life. So yeah, this is super fun. Yeah.
And so was this an existing song that you then allowed them to use, or did you write a song for Paw Patrol?
I not only wrote a song for Paw Patrol, I wrote a song for a specific scene in Paw Patrol.
How much research did you have to do?
And I wrote not that much. I mean, I got to watch like an early version of the film, and this scene that they wanted me to write for specifically. So I just watched this scene over and over and over. And like,
So it's not like you have to go sit there on Netflix and watch like 8 seasons of Paw Patrol and then plus add in the Mighty Pups version and plus add in like the Dino Rescue version. It was just that one scene, right? Trust me, I know them all. We watch all of them in our house.
It was just the one scene. They gave me context. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what this movie will do.
No, I love it. We love Paw Patrol.
But it's really good.
And we're so excited for you. Alessia Cara, always thank you very much for joining us and bigging this up. The new Paw Patrol movie is out right now. And listen out for Alessia Cara's new song that's featured in the movie. Is there a title for it? What's the title of the song?
It's called The Use in Trying.
There you go. Alessia Cara, much love. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We talked about this yesterday. We were talking about a story about a nurse who quit her job because she started making $200,000 on OnlyFans after her coworkers found her on OnlyFans, and the administration where she was working said it's either OnlyFans or the hospital, and she chose OnlyFans. And I had said yesterday, that's all great and fine, but it's never good when you throw your entire life and income into a platform that you don't control, because it's only a matter of time before something like OnlyFans stops allowing sexually explicit material.
Mm-hmm.
So we said that yesterday.
You think OnlyFans was listening to the Roz and Mocha Show?
I know, this sounds like it's something that's been in the works for a very long time. So the reason for it, so OnlyFans is now going to become sort of like a Patreon or portal for, they want to bring in.
The important part of the story is you're still going to be allowed to be naked.
No, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
So they want this to be a portal for musicians and chefs where fans will come on and pay a little extra for exclusive content, almost like a platformed Patreon, right?
Okay.
But sex work is what made OnlyFans, but now OnlyFans is moving away from that because of their investors and the financial providers. So the companies that actually take the money, the credit card companies, the banks, everything else, they don't want to be associated with that. So starting in October, OnlyFans will allow nudity, just not what they would deem to be sexually explicit nudity. So they will come up with, I guess, their own guidelines, and then people will, of course, push those boundaries, and they'll get flagged, and you'll get suspended, and it's going to be one of those things now.
Tastefully posed things will be okay.
No,
You
not
could be
even
like
tastefully.
like a naked chef?
You could be like a naked chef.
There is
one. Yes.
Oh, there is?
There is.
I'm sure there's more than one, Maury.
Oh, I only know of one.
Well, look at Maury. There isn't. I mean, I've heard. I've heard. What does the naked chef do?
Oh, he cooks naked.
But like, what does he cook though?
Oh, he cooks breakfast.
Doesn't matter.
No, he takes requests.
He does.
Yeah.
What have you requested?
Oh, frittata.
And
hasn't seen my messages.
Not yet.
Can you imagine? I've never had enough time in my day where I could email somebody or message somebody on an app saying, "Hey, I'd really appreciate it if you could cook frittata in the nude." Right? I've never had that kind of time. I've never in my
You
life
need a
had
hobby,
that kind.
Maury.
Yeah, I've never had this. You think this isn't his hobby?
What, you want me to start knitting?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Today is hold on here. It was 10 years ago today, in 2011, that Kim Kardashian married Chris Humphries.
Oh.
That marriage only lasted 72 days, if you can recall.
Thought it was going to last.
Recall that. The other sister, Khloe Kardashian, she was one that was married to Lamar Odom, right?
Correct, yes.
Lamar Odom, if you remember, overdosed and just about died in a Nevada brothel after they had split up. Now, Lamar Odom overdosed, but Lamar Odom is now saying that he did not do drugs that night in the brothel, at least not willingly anyway.
But I didn't take drugs that night. So I don't know what personal that man had against me or why he wanted to around with me like that, but I didn't do drugs that night. So I was really hurt and embarrassed. Mm-hmm. And I could really say I really, really believe that's one of the reasons why God spared me, because he didn't really want that on my name, that I overdosed from doing drugs. Because people, you overdose from doing drugs, you know what you're doing. I didn't know. I didn't take anything that night, and so I was really hurt and almost really like in some sense afraid because somebody just tried to take my life.
Do you not think, how about in 2015? Do you not think you would have heard that sooner, though?
Yeah.
From Lamar?
My question is, 6 years later, why have you not said this before?
I find out why, like launch an investigation, like sue somebody, send the cops out there.
Like right away.
Know. Yeah, like I would be very, like if I almost died because somebody drugged me, like
it'd be all over the place.
I wouldn't just be, it's anyway, you go at your own pace, I guess, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play you this clip of a guy named Tom Cruise. Cruz, not the Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay.
And he created a Forbes list for his friends.
What do you mean?
Because he has this friend group that's quite large.
Okay.
And he created a spreadsheet with all his friends' names, their incomes, what they're willing to spend on travel, whether they'll fly private, whether they're attached or single or married. And because they plan these big wild vacation trips or weekend getaways.
Wait, so his friends like freely gave up with their...
They all did. Everybody in the
yearly
friend
income
group,
is?
everybody in
Really?
the friend group gave up all their personal details, and everybody in the friend group has this spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
So they
That's so
all
weird.
know. So it just makes it easier, he says, when they are when they're planning vacations. So listen to this guy. Listen to Tom Cruise on TikTok.
So a few years ago, me and my friends started making a spreadsheet breaking down our incomes and availability for travel. This is incredibly helpful. If you have your friends broken down here, from Sean, my top earning friend who makes over $5 million, to who we call Broke Bobby, who makes $125,000.
Oh my God.
How much available PTO we have or paid time off, bonuses, how much we're willing to spend on a 3-day trip, 7-day trip, some people that already tapped out for the year. Marital status helps if we know there's going to be anyone else coming. Our willingness to travel to a third world destination, if they're willing to split a private flight, and if they're degenerate gamblers or not. This list is very pragmatic, and also a lot of them are saying that it's very motivational. So it allows us to avoid awkward situations within our friend group, inviting certain friends that may or may not want to do what we want to do, especially when it comes to gambling or spending a lot of money. So it works for us.
Hold on a
Okay.
second. So
Yeah.
Broke Bobby
makes
$125.
Yes. So because
That ain't bad.
Because this is their version of the Forbes list, you only get on this list if you make over $100,000 a year. So yes, Broke Bobby makes $125,000 a year, and he's on the bottom of this list. Also, the person right above Broke Bobby on the list who makes $150 is a guy named Cooter. Okay. There's somebody else on the list where they have their marital status, where it goes like married, girlfriend, single. I don't know who it is, but one of his friends is listed as complicated 70% single.
I need extra detail. Where's the extra column on that list?
Okay, so then fans were like, okay.
This isn't real, right?
Yeah, no, it's totally real.
It is.
Yeah, so then people on TikTok were like, well, what about your friends that don't make a lot of money? Like who is on, like, is there another list? And he's like, actually, there is another list.
I thought you were going to say he didn't, that he was going to say that he don't hang out with broke people.
No. There is another list. And this is a group of people who call themselves the Welfare 10.
Oh, God, this is so mean.
Listen to part 2.
As promised, here is the bottom 10 income earners in my friend group. They call themselves the Welfare 10. So let's get into it. So here is the Welfare 10. Really good friends, known most of these guys since college. A couple of them unemployed, all of them under $100,000 per year. We also have a lot more PTO options, expected bonuses, not so much. We don't even do a 7-day trip here. It's mostly 3-day trips. A couple of them already tapped out. Similar fiancés, singles, kind of a mix there. They're all willing to do third world destinations, except Caleb. He's had a bad experience out there. We have to, kind of change up the questions here. Non-chain restaurants, very important to understand. And then also if their ability to do first class for hotel or flights, having points is important.
God.
And we have a few degenerate gamblers here as well. Big thing to note, I don't care about my friend's income. It's just very helpful when we're planning day trips or road trips and see where everyone's at, money-wise.
Okay, so
What a douche.
on the Welfare 10, Jake is the top of the list who makes $92,500 a year.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the list is a guy named Gimp who makes $25,000 a year, but does have 11 days of paid vacation.
Oh, good for you, Gimp.
Right?
That's so mean, though. Come on. And you said this is 100% real.
It's he's not like nobody's disputing it.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know like really what there is to dispute. Like there's nothing really controversial about it other than the fact that this particular group of friends does this and they have all given up what their earnings are and what their
Do you
status
think they all,
is.
like
and-
collectively, they all have one massive group chat? Or is a group chat also separated into two? You have your welfare group chat, and then you have your over 100K earners group chat.
Yeah, I think that it probably is dependent on what they are planning. Like if they say, hey, let's do 3 days in Vegas, there's probably a lot of people on that list that could do that.
Yeah.
But if somebody says, let's do 14 days in Dubai and fly first class, there's only a couple people on that list that you're going to reach out to. So it saves them from having to ask and wait for replies from people who in no way could afford it. So it's efficiency for
That's
this
so
particular
mean.
friend
Also,
group.
what a douche. Come on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The thing about social media is that when you screw up, you can get over your mistakes, but nobody else is going to get over your mistake because every couple of years, that screw up, thing you did, whatever it was, is going to come back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens whether it's something you say on Twitter or something you do or something that somebody just happened to film. And I got to play you this because it's a saxophone player.
Okay.
In church, playing a song called Give Thanks.
Oh,
and
nice.
this was recorded in 2019.
Okay.
Now, I understand church, from what I know about church, maybe Shem can correct me if I'm wrong, very welcoming place.
Absolutely.
And even if you are terrible, people will still give you the benefit of the doubt, give you the floor. You get to do your thing the way you want to do your thing.
Yeah, you'll still get the, ooh, child, you did really, really well type of thing. Heard that a couple of times. by the way.
Sympathy. Right. So this is so this is my thing, is that when you take somebody who's not very good at something, outside of a church, somebody may tell them, oh my God, don't ever do that publicly again.
Yeah.
Okay. But in a church, they give you the
It's
benefit of the doubt. It's
okay.
okay.
Yeah, it's
right?
fine.
Yeah, you did your best,
Yeah.
honey. You tried your hardest.
We enjoyed it.
So listen to this guy trying to give it to a song called Give Thanks on the saxophone.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Did he play every note wrong?
Every single one.
Ooh, child. That was...
Oh no! Did they show like any?
Yeah, there's a
was
video.
there,
There's a
was there
video
like
of
a
it.
reaction from
Nah,
anybody?
I mean, listen, I
or-
think that people just, people recognize somebody who's trying their best. Now, I don't know whether he sold them a bill of goods. I don't know whether he said, listen, I got this, or whether he was like, I'm super nervous, and they were like, go for it. Like, I don't know the
Yeah.
story behind
Was it his
how
first
this
day,
guy,
maybe?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound like this was his first time ever playing. Like, he sounds like he tried to practice the song.
He does.
Right?
Shem's like, that wouldn't work in
he's
our
just-
congregation.
But he's just not wailing around. Like, he's legitimately trying to follow along. He's just playing all the wrong notes.
You know what sucks though?
Him?
Yeah, him. But that was from 2019.
Yeah.
Like right now, he could be an amazing sax player.
Right,
And
yeah.
he's like, everyone's clowning on him now.
Yeah.
And he's out here like, guys, like everyone,
Yeah.
I'm an amazing player now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, check out my SoundCloud.
Yeah, exactly. Here, play it again. And my favorite is the organ player doesn't stop. The piano player. They just keep going.
The look on Shem's face right now, it's like he smelled a bad fart.
Ooh, child.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yer!
Are you ready, man?
Yer!
Let's do the news!
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Did you see those? And they come up every now and then with Simu, but he did years ago stock photos for money.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen these?
You know what? I've seen a bunch of these before. Yeah.
Okay.
Why, are they popping up again?
They are popping up again.
Oh, no.
And everybody's asking him about it. And I guess the deal was that years ago, he said that he had credit card debt. And that he got paid $120 and signed away all the rights to all of those pictures to get out of debt. And now they're everywhere. Right? So now he will ever be like, if you go and I think it's like Getty Images.
Yeah. Hold on, let me look.
There's one, like you have to look at the tags for them, right? Because they're stock images. So one of the tags is East Asian. Another tag is business person.
Oh no!
Another tag is coworker. But they're all Simu.
Look at these photos.
And he can't do anything about it.
Oh no! That's what happens when you sign your life away, bro.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're young with a little bit of credit card debt. You don't even want to know what Maury had pictures taken of when he had credit card debt. I know. It's so terrible, huh?
No. Look at that smile, though.
I know.
And this is your next Marvel superhero that the world is freaking out over.
Yeah, but I love that this part of his life is now unerasable. I love that you get a guy like Simu, who is now a Marvel superhero, and you can so readily see the thing that he did not that long ago to make $120 to pay off credit card debt. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful story.
Oh, I love him so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these images. And he had to sign them all away. Man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Fans are pissed at The Crown as new photos of season 5 were released, showing Elizabeth Debicki and Dominic West as Charles and Diana for the 5th and upcoming season.
So why are people mad?
Because Dominic West is apparently too good looking to play Prince Charles because people hate Prince Charles so much that they're pissed for casting somebody who's dashing. He's from The Affair.
Season 5?
Season 5, yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, if you just Google The Crown, you'll see Elizabeth Debicki. By the way, she was in Tenet. That's where only place I know her from. She was the female lead in Tenet.
Oh no!
Right?
So they think this guy's too good looking.
Yeah. They say he's way too good looking. Like, how dare you? Like, people are so pissed because they hate Charles so much that they're like, how dare you make me feel even a little tiny something? About Prince Charles.
Straw jawline, huh? Good for you, bro.
Yeah, but people are pissed about that. But anyway, that is your new. I miss Emma Corrin, who was really great.
Oh, the best
in last season. I thought, why can't they just age her up? I know The Crown likes to switch people out who are playing the Queen and everything else, but I thought they could have aged those two up a little bit.
Yeah,
as opposed to going with two completely different actors. I think that's a little too confusing.
I got to get back into that show.
Yeah.
We watched seasons 1 and 2, and then that was it.
Skip the rest and go right to the Diana season.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skip the rest. That's the only interesting stuff. Everything else was just sort of like...
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, Carrie Underwood. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. People going in on Carrie Underwood.
Why?
So she was facing backlash for her response. She liked a tweet from a guy named Matt Walsh who posted a video of him making a speech railing against mask mandates for children. And Carrie Underwood liked it.
Was it by accident, though?
Well, she didn't say anything after the fact.
Oh.
There was no takebacks. There was no, oops, sorry, I usually scroll with my left. I was scrolling with my right. Kids were running around. I accidentally hit heart, right?
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Oh.
So people were going...
Is it still liked?
I
now?
think it is. I don't know. One of the comments was Carrie Underwood being an anti-masker is just sad. The only country singer I can truly trust now is Dolly Parton.
Oh, damn.
And Dolly Parton yesterday went on... Gosh, she's 75 years old, Dolly Parton. I just read that. God. Dolly Parton went on television yesterday to talk about the amount of praise that she received for helping fund the Moderna vaccine. Because if you remember, Dolly Parton gave a $1 million donation to help fund the Moderna research at the very beginning of all of this. And everybody thinks that, like, everybody credits Dolly Parton with creating Moderna. Like, she's the only one that contributed. Like, she gets all the credit.
Thanks for getting in the lab, Dolly.
Yeah, exactly, which is awesome. But here's Dolly Parton.
When the pandemic came out, I just felt kind of led to do something because I knew something bad was on the rise, and I just wanted to kind of help with that. So I donated to help with that. So mine was a small part, of course, but I'd probably get a lot more credit than I deserve. But I was happy to be part of that and to be able to try to stop something in its tracks that's really become just such a monster for all of us. So I was happy to do that. So my heart just kind of leads me into where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do at the time.
But the people talking about Carrie Underwood, you can see it being like it's very split down the middle.
Oh, of course it is.
Which is some people are absolutely outraged. How can Carrie Underwood do this? And then the other half of the people are like, why are you surprised that Carrie Underwood is a Christian conservative who would also be against masks for children? Like, that is completely in line of who she is. You just choose to not believe it.
Right.
Right?
Because all we know is Carrie Underwood, the singer.
Right. But you also think she's nice, she's awesome, she's all of these things. But I think that a lot of people would be incredibly shocked to know how many celebrities they idolize that are actually conservative and quite conservative. And maybe Carrie Underwood is one of them. But yeah, whether it was an accident or not, liking a tweet of a video of a guy railing against masks for children is not a good look.
Yeah, she's not having a good day today.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Country singer John Rich from Big and Rich is defending Carrie Underwood. As we were talking about yesterday, Carrie liked a tweet from a conservative commentator named Matt Walsh, who shared a video of his from a speech that he did in Nashville at a school board meeting. And in the 2-minute clip, he likened a mask mandate to child abuse, writing in his caption that forcing children to wear masks is, quote, cruel and indefensible. And that's the tweet that Carrie Underwood liked. A lot of people have reached out to Carrie Underwood for comment. She has not commented on anything, nor has anybody associated with her. But John Rich tweeted, I say Carrie Underwood can like whatever tweet she wants to like. Who are, quote, they to shout her down? Watch out. She's one tough Okie gal, he wrote. You see what's going on here. It's a freedom of speech unless you disagree with the mob. Hashtag Carrie take the wheel. And then Billy Eichner also tweeted yesterday that Carrie Underwood blocked him on Twitter.
Oh, really?
And he
like recently?
I don't know. So he screen grabbed the shot of "You're blocked by Carrie Underwood," and he just simply wrote "iconic." And then he wrote, "And for the record, I didn't even tweet about the anti-mask views yesterday. She had already blocked me. I'm now taking a little Twitter break because honestly, this is one of the proudest moments of my career, and it will be hard to top." Love y'all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So there is going to be a Captain America 4.
Yes.
And Anthony Mackie will be starring in it.
Yes.
And it will be co-written by one of the head writers of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Yeah, happy about that.
3 for 3.
They just got to do something about that suit.
Why was wrong with the suit?
Stupid. It makes no sense to me.
It's not my favorite suit for Captain America.
Yeah, I don't mind the body, right? I don't mind the body. They got to get rid of that head thing, though.
Oh, with the goggles?
No, I don't even mind the goggles, man. Okay, it just makes no sense. When your job is battle, okay?
Yeah.
Like when that is what your thing is, like you are Captain America, you are going to be whooping ass. Especially when you're not a superhero, right? Yeah. You're a guy in a suit. What makes no sense to me is that you're going to go into battle with a mask that covers everything except for your ears and the top of your skull.
Right. All somebody has to do is shoot you in the head.
It makes no sense to me. It's a stupid design.
Slice off your ear.
It looks dumb, okay? But I'm very happy for this. I loved Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love Anthony Mackie as Cap. I think it's going to be dope, but you got to get rid of that.
Cover up the ears, bro.
Cover up your
Put on
ears.
some earmuffs or something.
Okay, something. Wear a hat
But
even.
you know what?
Even if you put a fedora on, I would be happier.
Man, Captain America ain't gonna be wearing no fedora.
Yeah, I would be happier,
It
though.
falls in line with the drawings of his character in the comics.
But it's changed, though. It's changed. There's been a couple of different evolutions of that, but hopefully that doesn't pop up in the film version of it because it's dumb. Anyway,
you send him a DM.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Michael Keaton back as Batman, as we all know, in the new Flash movie. He was on the Tonight Show last night talking to Jimmy Fallon about what it was like to put the suit back on.
This new Flash coming out where you're going to you're back as Batman, and I just want to know, what does it feel like to be back in the suit and wear the suit again?
Like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Hey, man, here's the thing I learned. I was so stupid to think that, when I was first doing it, I got in really good shape, which you have to get into shape, because you just have to carry the thing around. And it's easier to be really skinny and not work out because you have more room to work around. The first time I was doing it, the first one, I'm getting ready, I'm working on the bag, and I'm doing all this stuff. And Jack Nicholson walks by, who's playing the Joker, and he looks at me and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Well, working out." And he goes, "What for?" I stopped sweating, and I went, "I don't know," and he just walked away. And I thought, he's right.
He's completely right.
Totally right, because you got a suit. What do I need to do? The suit makes me look good.
The suit makes you look jacked. Yeah.
Getting roasted by Jack Nicholson. Hey, man, I'm just trying to do my job here.
Yeah. But that's back in the day, though. Like, because he wasn't, shirtless walking around like Christian Bale was and doing all the training and all this other stuff, right? So Michael Keaton,
it was like bat suit to regular clothes.
Yeah, the suit's got the muscles. What do I need the muscles for, right?
Bat suit to tuxedo.
Exactly, yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So all these concerts and tours were announced, and a lot of bands started hitting the road, and it was looking like life was going to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks is the first big name to cancel the rest of his stadium tour because of all the new COVID cases down in the U.S. So his shows in Cincinnati, Charlotte, Baltimore, one in Massachusetts, and another one in Nashville. Garth Brooks said this: "In July, I sincerely thought the pandemic was falling behind us. Now, watching this new wave, I realize that we are still in the fight, and I must do my part. It is with a heavy heart that we announced the decision to cancel all 5 shows." So he's the first big name to hit the road and then have to backtrack. So he's probably looking at maybe next year before he can reschedule.
So if he's the first now,
so if
who
he's
else?
the first,
Who else is going to announce?
Yeah, exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The University Health Network in Toronto may force unvaccinated workers to take a leave of absence.
Oh, wow.
Which I find weird. And maybe it's not weird. Maybe weird's not the right word. But I find that a bit crass, seeing as how before there was a vaccine, all those workers came in and worked through the worst of COVID with no vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And now if they don't get the vaccine, they're going to be forced to take leave of absence. They did all that work unvaccinated, right? They took all that risk unvaccinated. And now if they're not vaccinated, they can't do their job. That seems weird to me. There's something weird about that.
Could they just not do like rapid testing every day?
No, they want They want full vaccinations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because I know companies like like in the States and stuff, and actually some companies over here are saying that you have to be fully vaxxed. If not, then you have to go through the daily rapid testing.
Yeah, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. But this whole thing, I don't know, there's something weird about it that just doesn't sit right. That you asked all those people, maybe you didn't ask them, they just did it because it's their duty. They just went in and did the thing that you do when you do that job during a crisis. And they did it without being vaccinated and put themselves at an incredible risk. And now if you don't get vaccinated, you have to take a leave. I don't know. There's something weird about it. Something weird, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Variety reported their highest earning actors in Hollywood.
Oh, The Rock, number one, right?
Incorrect.
The Rock is not number one?
No.
With these big budget movies he's making?
The Rock was number 2 on the list.
Okay, who would be above The Rock? Oh.
So you will not guess.
It's not Tom Cruise?
It is not. Tom Cruise is on the list, but Tom Cruise was $13 million because I think that Tom Cruise only did he only shot Top Gun Maverick, right? It hasn't been released
And Mission
yet.
Impossible, though.
And yeah, but that wasn't for this year. So here's the thing. This is the way it breaks down, okay? Is that you have people like Julia Roberts, you got Chris Hemsworth, you got Tom Cruise, Chris Pine. All these people are lower on the list. Okay, because they are doing the theatrical films that are set to be released. Will Smith is number 3 on the list. He has theatrical films that are about to be released. They don't make the majority of their money until box office happens and they start bringing in their massive points. So what you have now are the people who are on the top of the list are the people who have signed big deals with the streamers.
And it's not The Rock.
So Daniel Craig is number 1 on the list.
Excuse me?
Yes. So
James Bond?
So here's why Daniel Craig is number 1 on the list is because Netflix bought the 2 sequels to Knives Out.
Oh, great movie, by the way.
Netflix paid $450 million for 2 sequels to Knives Out. $100 million of that goes directly to Daniel Craig.
Oh, come on.
Because the deals that you sign with streamers, there's no back end.
Yeah.
There's no performance bonuses. There's no tiers of ticket sales. So you negotiate.
Because Netflix doesn't release any of that information.
Exactly.
They don't release numbers.
Right. So you negotiate now as a movie star when you negotiate with Netflix, you have to negotiate what the potential back end would be if this was a theatrical release, and then they pay you that up front. So that's why somebody like Daniel Craig, who is signed on to star in both sequels to Knives Out, made $100 million off those 2 movies by just signing without any performance bonuses. Wow. Yeah, so Daniel Craig, number 1.
Damn.
The Rock is on here with $50 million, and then Will Smith, $40 million. Denzel's on there with $40 million. Jennifer Lawrence is on there, $25 million. Julia Roberts, $25 million. Ryan Gosling, $20 million. Michael B. Jordan, $15 million. They're all on the list. Everybody that you would think is on the list is there. That's a lot of money, though. Did you watch Knives Out?
I did. I thought it was great.
Did you?
Yeah.
I haven't sat through the whole thing. I've tried 3 times.
I really liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who did it?
I can't remember.
Oh.
I'll have to watch it again.
Oh.
The guy that had the Knives Out.
Oh, thank you.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
Hello, Elise. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's your question?
My question is, if you were single, how would you approach dating in today's Swipe City dating culture?
Oof. Not well.
Yeah. It's pretty scary out there. What's your situation, Elise? Are you with someone, and how did you meet, if you are with someone?
No, I am single.
Oh, okay. So this is the world that you're navigating right now, then?
Kind of.
Okay.
I've been single for about a year, and I've just been staying away from it.
Oh, really?
I don't know how else to meet people.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so far removed from modern dating that I don't know even where to begin. Like, I wouldn't know where to start. Like, you assume now that the world has really moved over to, online stuff or apps. You have to understand, like, the last time I was even remotely single, if you were on Lava Life, you kept it a secret because people looked at you like you were pathetic.
Yeah.
No, seriously. And you, if you were dating somebody off Lava Life and you were like, yeah, I met somebody new, and they were like, oh my God, where'd you meet them? Like, even close friends, you would whisper in their ear that you met them online, that you met them on Lava Life.
Or Plenty of Fish.
or
That was the
any,
other big
yeah,
one.
or J-Date or any of those other ones. And now it's so commonplace that really is the sort of ecosystem where all that exists. But my problem that I've seen just from talking to people who are on those apps is people don't use Tinder. They play Tinder, right? It's a game. And it's the sort of gamification of, dating and hooking up, where there's already so many games involved. And I just think that when you give somebody who should not have unlimited options, it makes it very difficult for good people to find quality people.
Yeah.
And that to me is the problem with things like Tinder. So where would I even start if I was single? I don't know if I would, to be honest with
When
you.
you were single, there were like the phone lines and stuff. I don't think those are around anymore.
Yeah, but nobody used those to date. Like, you would just go to, like, you would have to build up the courage in a bar and walk across, to see somebody that maybe you made eye contact with and risk getting rejected and put yourself out there. And, you get all hot and sweaty, and people don't have to do that
It's
stuff
face-to-face.
anymore, right?
So what's your situation now? Like, are you on the apps? Do you have the apps? Have you downloaded them? Did you delete them? Like, what's going on?
Not yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
deleted them like a year ago. I was in a relationship and that ended, and I just needed some time to like heal from it.
How did you meet? So the person that you were dating, how did you guys meet originally?
Online. Facebook dating.
Okay, and then how long did you date for?
Not very long. It was short-lived, but it was just like an intense situation.
What was intense about it?
I think we just both like fell really hard, really fast, and then it just, I don't know, he got in his head and was kind of emotionally unavailable. So.
Oh, okay.
Like you
So
guys-
it was all just like the excitement of meeting the way that you met.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, no, did you immediately out of the gate start with this incredible sexual relationship where you thought that it's so good that everything else is bound to just fall in line?
No, we just had this connection, and I think if we were both, or I was in love. I don't know if he was.
That's tough.
You also have to trust that if you find somebody on those apps, that once you start dating them, that they're going to stop going on those apps.
Well, but see, this is the thing, is that people will tell you that it means nothing because they're not using it to hook up. They're just playing, right? They're just killing time. It's like it's no different than if you were on, a real estate website looking at houses that you can't afford. Like
I do that every night.
Yeah, see, exactly.
But okay, so
it's
how
that
many
same thing.
after how many dates with somebody that you've met on an app until you stop using the app?
Yeah. So how did you play that?
He actually deleted the app first and sent me a screenshot that he had deleted it. He was of the mind that like if he was talking to someone, he was only talking to that person.
Yeah.
Which I was too.
I don't believe people do that. Not for a second.
It's still in the cloud somewhere.
Yeah, it's still in the cloud. Like it's back in a second. Like it's deleting the app.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to even begin, just because from people that we've talked to, young women that we've talked to on the show, who have said like, Tinder, much to what you were saying, Roz, is more of you play Tinder, right?
Yeah, you do.
And once you make a connection with someone, then they may say, okay, well, what's your Snapchat? And then that's another way of communicating. But then Snapchat is only used for sending nudes or sending this, sending that. And then you have to go over to like Hinge, or I think it's either Hinge or Bumble, one of the two, where the women are in control of the app, and then you can delete it, or you choose whether or not you want to reply to someone. Like there's so many different avenues to go down.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't know. I honestly wouldn't know where to go.
So in this room, who do you think would fare the best, though? If you became single immediately, if I became single immediately, or if Maury became single
Shem
immediately.
is single and on the apps.
I am not on the apps.
No, he's
Shem's not on the apps.
No.
Sorry, my bad. Thought you were.
Yeah.
I
No, no, no.
apologize.
So who would, if we were to all be single right now, who would fare the best in that world, do you think?
Oh God, I can't say me. I'd fail. I'd fail, and I'd probably fall for a scam. To be honest,
I think I would do very well.
I think that
I don't think so.
Mocha would. I think Mocha would have the worst time with it. I really do. I don't think you have it in you to navigate that world. I think you're too kind. And
that's why I'd fall for a scam.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you would fall. You would be the guy on a date where you get up and you go to the bathroom, and she puts a picture with everything that you've just bought her on the table, being like, finessed another one.
Yeah,
right.
oh,
You know what I
totally.
mean? Yeah,
I'd be that Mark. Absolutely.
Yeah, you'd be that Mark. You'd be that guy. Maury, I think that you would. I think that you out of the gate would think that you were going to do very well on the apps.
The way you said,
but
like,
yeah,
I thought you were going to say thrive.
No,
like,
no,
what are you talking about?
no. I think that in your head you think that you would do very well, but I don't know if you would.
Oh, I think I would.
No way, man.
No way.
Really?
No,
I can't go back to my old ways. When I used to go on dates, I would give CDs to the guy.
No,
saying,
but
"Listen to
here's
this."
okay. But here's my thing, though. Okay, is that you're not? We're talking now like you're not breaking up and then going buck wild trying to relive your 20s. Okay,
This is to find
This is
love.
to find love.
Yeah.
Right. I think
I
that
fall
it would
fast,
be. I think it would be a disaster for you. Because
Really?
I think that you would fall way too fast over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And these guys would blow you off so fast.
Well, thanks for
Yeah.
the vote of confidence.
No, because I'm just saying that's the world, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying
you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think I would try my old ways first of going to a bar.
Yeah.
And trying that first.
What?
And then 10 minutes later,
failing at that.
You'd be on the app in the bathroom at the bar, crying. Yeah.
See, at least with Grindr, it tells you who's nearby.
Right.
How would you know?
Right.
Well, this is what people have told me.
Oh, I gotcha. I don't think that I would fare any better either, though. I really don't. Not that I would like get into a scam, but I'm not very open online. Like I'm not part of. I didn't grow up with that. Completely expose yourself. To somebody you've never met through DMs or through that kind of thing. Like I've never had those relationships with people, right? So I don't know how I would do. I really don't. Finding love, I have no patience for that.
Isn't it like riding a bike?
Is what like riding a bike? Like falling in love once, you can fall in love again? Yeah. I mean, in a lot of ways it is, but you have to be in a world where somebody else also wants to fall in love.
For sure. I just feel like the world now is so desperate to fall in love. It can't be that hard.
You think the world is desperate to fall in love?
That it can't be that hard to
Look
find somebody.
around. The world is not desperate to fall in love right now, man. Absolutely not.
Like, it just seems that there's a lot of people out there looking for company.
No, the world is desperate
Yeah,
for
company.
Yeah, but the world is desperate for clout.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And hooking up.
And
And that's about it.
That's it. The world is not desperate for love.
Hey, Elise, it's great talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Dallas has a couple of questions here for us. The first one. If you could compete and get any medal in any of the Summer Olympic events, of course, the Olympics just wrapped up a couple of weeks ago, which one would it be?
Okay, so wait a second. Like, I would have to...
Like, it's not a made-up thing. You have to compete in one of the actual ones.
Okay, so here's the thing. So if you are at the age you are now,
yes,
and somebody said to you, you will be financially fine.
Yes.
Okay, but you have to start training right now.
Yes.
For a spot on the Olympic team in an event that you could not only qualify for Team Canada, but also get a shot at winning. What would that be at the age you are now?
Sprinting.
No way.
Yeah,
Sprinting?
absolutely.
There's not
Yeah.
a chance.
Yeah, I'd be a runner.
What?
You think you're going to qualify for a team?
Yes.
In
You're
sprinting.
going to beat Andre DeGrasse.
Maybe
I'll
not
try.
beat him. Maybe not beat him. You think that you would make Team Canada?
Yes.
You made
Hell
Team Guyana,
no.
buddy. With
Hell no. You're not making Team Canada.
You don't think so?
How long do you think you would have to train in order to make that kind of time?
Like, okay, give me 4 years.
4 years, and you're going
Yeah.
to be how old? How many years away from 50 are you going to be in 4 years?
Oh, far.
Okay.
Why didn't you
Okay.
just pick fencing? At least you can stand still.
What are you talking about? Fencing?
Like,
You gotta
you
move
go
around,
back and
bro.
forth, but you're not sprinting. I feel like you have a better chance at fencing.
There's no way.
No.
You have to go for something like yachting, right? You have to
Yachting?
go. Yeah.
Is
That's
that in there?
an old guy could do that, right? You have to go for something like yachting or maybe archery. Or one of those.
What
one
about
of those
the one
things.
when you just take the barbell and you press it up over your head?
Shut the powerlifting.
Yeah, one of powerlifting.
Okay,
200 pounds.
Yeah, you're going to be competing against guys who are like 18,
Oh
right?
yeah, true.
And who are monsters.
See, I was going to say speed walking for me.
Speed walking.
Because I do that I'm a very good speed walker.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You
you're
think
not.
you could win though?
You're not even a very good regular walker.
Yeah.
No, speed walking I'm good at.
You
I
ever,
could do,
you ever seen the bodies of the speed walkers?
it's all also how you shift.
No, but
shuffle
have you ever
your
seen
body.
their bodies?
Yeah,
They are
it's all
they are
paper thin.
lean.
but it's all in the leg.
I know,
No,
but
it's not.
they are lean, man. You couldn't do that. You couldn't walk that far.
But I see me walk across a mall. Or
Why are none of you picking like events that you would have a shot at? Like, why are you picking like these endurance things at like 40, late 40s is what you'd be at the time of like
Nowhere near. What are you choosing? What Olympic sport are you choosing?
I would if I was told that I had to get a shot at making Team Canada, I would have to do something like yachting, or I would have to do
Is yachting in there?
Yeah, of course it is. And single yachting. Single yachting's cool.
Is that the one? Did you see that clip of all the teams?
Where
I think it was yachting.
it's just you and one. It's just you in a tiny little sailboat.
No, I know, but they were like thrusting their hips.
Yes.
Is that the one?
Oh no. This you sit in like a miniature sailboat. And it's just you alone, and you work the sail and the steering mechanism, the thing behind you, the rudder behind you, and you got to go out to sea and then turn and come back into the shore. But yeah, it's cool. But you would have to do something like that. Like you can't.
That seems more like luck versus sport.
Oh no, because the same people win all the time. The same people win all the time. Hold on here.
I'm still gonna go with sprinting or maybe relay. What about a relay or long distance? No, not long distance. It's too boring. Okay. Maybe relay.
Hold on here.
Is arm wrestling in there?
No.
You'd lose.
That should be.
You'd lose.
Okay, so there was one of my favorite tweets, and it always pops up during the Olympics, was that every event as it's seen on TV, a regular person should also have to compete, just so you can really see how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because to me, that's perfect. Which Olympic sport could you, a normal person, actually do?
What about table tennis?
You think that you could get good enough to beat those kids from China?
No.
Hell no. Again, you can't. You gotta go. You gotta try and win something that, like, okay, dressage.
What the hell's that?
What the hell is a dressage?
Dressage is like horse dancing. Right?
Yo, the horse is pretty lit though.
Yeah, right. Dressage is like horse dancing, where you get on a horse and it does
that's way too risky.
Yeah,
one little bump and I'm underneath that horse, and that horse is crip walking all over my face.
Right? Yeah, but I'm just saying this is something you could do with your athletic ability and your age. The horse does all the work.
What about the one where you run and then you just jump on the mat? Then you see
high jump.
No, the
going
one where
to bed.
You run and then you just go like this, and then you see who jumps the farthest.
On the mat?
Yeah, it's a big mat, and you run and then you jump, and you see who lands the
Have
farthest.
you ever seen long jump before?
Long jump, yeah.
Have you ever seen long jump? You think that people they jump on a mat?
They land in sand.
I thought it was a mat, like a big mat.
Jesus,
man.
So
what about
weird.
javelin?
No, you can't. You're not going to be able to throw that hard.
Javelin,
man.
you need that upper body strength.
No.
You need that core strength too.
I'm sticking with speed walking.
No way. There's no way you'd be able to compete at the age you are in javelin.
Well, I mean, speak for yourselves. I mean, I'm
Even
pretty
still.
young.
Okay, how old are you?
34.
34. How many 34-year-olds were there in the Olympics that weren't on a team sport?
I mean, I don't know that.
Yeah, not many. Not many. You're going to start training now for javelin, right? So
Yeah,
you got
I'd get hurt.
3 years, maybe 4, right? And then you got to get qualifying. You're going to be in so much pain, right? You're not going to be able to do anything. You're not qualifying for javelin. You got to get it. You got to get your
cycling.
Oh God, that's another one.
But
That's
then that's something,
that's
again, long
power,
distance, right?
man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you could, but you need something like archery. You need something like dressage. You need something like sailing. You need like those kinds of things that you can do as old guys. You're not going to compete.
Something chill.
Yeah, you're not going to compete with against Andre DeGrasse. Like it's just not going to happen.
Second question here from Dallas. What was the best part? Because we were on vacation recently.
Yeah.
What was the best part of your vacation? For me, it would be not waking up at 2:30 every morning.
Yeah, that was a real good part. Although I still woke up early most days.
Yeah, I was still up like between 6 and 6:30.
Yeah,
every
me
day.
too. Me too. Every day.
But that, like, for me, it's like sleeping in, right?
Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah.
Right? Sun's out, all this stuff. Yeah, I would just I think just cooking, like and being able to just take my time with things when I wanted to cook something.
Yeah.
I ate more of those Korean cut short ribs. Every other day I made those.
Yeah, they're so good.
No joke. Every other day I would go buy 2 packs, take the strips, cut them in half, marinate them, do all my stuff, stick them on the barbecue, and what I didn't eat, I would put in tin foil in the fridge, and then I would eat them cold the next morning.
Oh, so good.
Right? Those are like my favorite things. I didn't even make anything with them half the time.
Oh, really?
I just had a
solo.
giant plate of Korean style beef ribs.
Yeah.
And so to me, it was the cooking. It was just being outside and barbecuing and taking my time to make things. Roxy and I made gnocchi a couple of nights. I made a great lasagna, like a just beautiful lasagna again. A lot of burgers, a lot of ribs, homemade chicken fingers. Like I ate like crap over the holidays, but it was just so delicious,
So
right?
what? Who
Just
cares?
so great. Yeah.
The other part of vacation that I absolutely love is because because we're here doing the show every day, I'm never around for when my son wakes up.
Right.
So for 2 weeks straight, I'm there when he wakes up and he runs into our bed and we have like a little cuddle session.
Pretty great, huh?
For a little while. And I miss those moments because I know that Jenna has those moments with him in the morning. So for 2 straight weeks, I was getting that every single day. And it was
It's pretty magic.
Absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
no, that's
Do you have a Maury?
so
A
beautiful.
couple of things. I went to the art gallery, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I took my brother to boot camp, which he's always wanted to do. He's finally of age, so we went to boot camp together.
What do you mean? He's going to join the military?
No, like the gym.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, when you say you dropped your brother off at boot camp, to me that's he's joining the army. Right? Yeah. Okay.
So you
took your brother- what do you
took your
mean
brother
of
to the
age?
gym.
Because to go to the classes, you have to be 17 to go, right? So now that he's
What,
finally
these
of age-
adult classes?
What's that?
What's so special about these classes?
I get there's just an age limit,
Oh,
right?
okay,
to run
okay,
on the
okay.
treadmill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
So you took him to the gym.
I took him to the. I'm trying to make it sound cool.
Yeah,
So you took him to the gym.
It was
and what
awesome.
happened?
No, we did.
Did
the
you work
class
out together?
We worked out together.
Did
He
you go
kicked
for
my
steam
ass.
afterwards?
No, they don't have a steam.
Oh no.
No.
Because
Oh
that's
yeah,
boot
COVID
camp.
and stuff.
It's boot camp.
COVID.
It's not.
Okay,
yeah.
so you worked up as well. And how did he?
He was awesome.
How did he do? Yeah.
He
Were
did
you
really
jealous?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. They kept
Is he
calling
the
him
one
out,
that-
going, "Oh, look, damn it, Maury's brother Daniel is running at a 12, and Maury's at a 6."
Yeah. This, again, fellas, this is what your Olympic trials would be like. Okay, everybody, you would all experience what Maury experienced
with Daniel.
Okay, yes.
And he plays hockey, right?
He plays
Oh,
hockey.
yeah, so
he plays
his
baseball.
endurance is crazy.
It was easy for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Roz, you'll hate this, but I started washing my face over vacation twice a day.
Good for you, I guess.
And I've never felt better. My
Yeah.
skin looks fabulous.
Does it though?
What?
Okay.
I feel as though I look a couple years younger.
A couple years younger. No.
So 48.
So.
Oh, jeez, damn, man.
That's so savage. That's so savage.
Sean KP asks, "What food or drink sucks, even if most people won't admit it?"
What food or drink? I have a long list. I have a long list. Ketchup, pickles. What is that? What's the? Was it mango that I hate?
Yeah, you hate mango.
Yeah, mango.
Yo,
I don't.
ate
mango. I
so
don't
much
like.
mango.
Did you?
Well, yeah, there is in the neighborhood that I grew up. There is, we don't know his name. We just call him the Mango Man.
Yeah.
And he has a van,
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
That he sells mangoes out of, like cases. And you get a case of like 15, 16 mango, maybe, for like $10, I
Yeah,
think,
that's
or
pretty
15
good.
bucks. And my parents buy from him all the time.
Really?
They bought me a case. We finished that case
Yeah.
of mango in less than a week.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, love it so much.
I put avocado on there.
Quinoa sucks. I don't like it.
No?
No,
I don't mind it.
Not a fan. I'm okay with it, but
Yeah.
it's not this great thing like people make it out to
No,
be.
but you have to have it like with other
Yeah,
like
I
with
do.
stuff. Like
Yeah, I do.
Part of a quinoa salad. or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Oatmeal sucks.
But everyone
I
eats
love
it.
oatmeal.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't know if I've ever had oatmeal. It looks like throw up.
Oh,
Porridge then. Isn't it the same thing?
Yeah,
Oatmeal
yeah,
porridge?
yeah, no, not a fan. Catherine eats that stuff.
Milk.
No, not a fan. Milk, but you put milk in coffee.
I know, but drinking milk on its own, I used to love that. Now I'm just like, oh, this is.
Yeah, grown men shouldn't drink milk. God, what else?
There's like a lot of gluten-free, kind of gluten-free, grain-free, like this free, that free.
Right.
That I find when like I'm willing to try absolutely anything and everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll try a lot of this stuff. Like my wife enjoys like testing stuff out, and I will try for the sake of trying it. But a lot of that stuff, all this whatever free, you then get this thing that just tastes like nothing. It looks like something that you would eat regularly.
They've
that would
stripped the
have
life out of it.
a lot of flavor, and it just tastes like nothing. Like
Yeah,
the other day,
yeah,
she made these. She found these like gluten-free, I don't know what free pancakes.
Yeah.
She saw like some other like Instagram mom was like raving about it, so she
Yeah.
ordered, and I was like, absolutely, I will try. Right?
Yeah,
I try every single thing that she asks. Like, hey, would you give this a try? Would you be willing? I'm like, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And there was one, it was like a chocolate chip one, but it didn't really have like chocolate chips in it, but made it taste
It's
like
cacao.
it. And
Cacao
it was
chips.
it was okay.
Yeah.
And then there was another one. Can't remember what it was. And she's like, what do you think of this one? I was like, oh, the one with the peanut butter. Yeah, it's all right. And then she's like, there's no peanut butter in there. It's not even supposed to be peanut butter.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And then
No.
anyway, after the meal, I was like, I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you for, making this. And I tried it, but this
We're
is like a
fine.
you only.
Did she like it?
She liked it, yeah. I'm like, if
Yeah.
we're going to go down this road again to make this meal, then I'm happy to have something else. I'll make something else.
I'm going to add celery juice to this list.
Celery itself is disgusting.
Yeah, celery's
Oh,
gross.
Catherine tried to get me to drink, have a sip of, what is it called, kombucha?
Oh, I love kombucha.
Oh, God.
I couldn't even describe the taste. What is kombucha?
It's
It
disgusting.
tastes like grass, right?
No, it tastes like pop.
It tastes like
Oh.
ass. It's ass.
Ass
It tastes
juice.
so bad.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's natural. It's made from mushroom. It's naturally
Yeah.
carbonated.
Mushrooms. That's another thing. Don't even get me started on mushrooms.
Maybe I haven't had kombucha.
Mushrooms are awful. And it's weird with me because if I eat a mushroom, the texture of biting into a mushroom to me seems like it turns me off because it seems really like flesh, like I'm eating flesh.
Yeah.
But I actually don't get that feeling when I'm actually eating flesh.
Wait, what?
What?
You know what I mean?
Huh?
When have you eaten fresh?
I'm a meat eater.
Oh, I thought you meant human.
No. Why would you think human?
Because the way you said it. I think
we
everybody
all
in this
thought
room
human.
thought that you were
Why would you?
going
Why
down
would you
that
savages
road.
think human?
Because who says flesh and means meat?
Well, that's what I'm
That's
talking
called
about.
skin.
No, it's the same thing.
No, when you say skin, I assume you mean animal.
Do you though? Right?
From you, yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't eat mushrooms. They turn my stomach.
We'll end on this one from Sean. What piece of clothing on the opposite sex is your biggest weakness?
Oh, Christian Louboutin shoes.
On a woman or a man?
Oh man, I find high heel like the red bottom shoes
Yeah.
so sexy.
But then what? You're like you stare at a woman's feet and then you go for your man?
Yeah,
No, but do you understand the question?
I do, but I'm trying to answer. I find Christian Louboutin shoes to be very sexy.
Okay, but
Okay.
that's fine.
Am I supposed to be answering what I find sexy on a man?
No, this is completely up to you, right?
Because you said opposite sex, so I'm answering the question of what I.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, we should have maybe put a gay caveat in the
No, but you don't need to. I
question.
find those shoes very sexy.
So there's nothing Matthew could wear that you would find as sexy as
Oh,
a
yeah.
woman wearing Christian
Black
Louboutins.
briefs.
Black briefs.
Yeah, black briefs on like tighty whities, but black.
Yeah, I get what black. Yeah. Are you thinking that like because we're straight, we don't understand what black underpants look like?
You're looking at me like I needed to break it down
like,
for you.
Like, what is this world of black undies? Right? Like
So does he
we only wear white.
black undies at home?
Oh,
and
the
just...
last 2 weeks, and I've never seen him in a tank top before. The last 2 weeks, he's wearing a tank top and black tighty whities. But no whiteys.
He looks like your stereotypical pool boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
Yeah.
If only he wore Christian Louboutins at the same time, it would have been really
So that's your ultimate look, right?
Yeah.
Is a guy in black underpants, a
Tank top.
white tank top.
No, black tank
Oh,
top.
black tank top.
wow, black
and
and
then
black.
wearing
Christian Louboutin high heels.
Christian Louboutin high heels.
High heels.
If you wear black briefs and a black tank top, wouldn't you look like one of those like old timey swimmers? Like
You're wearing a jumper?
yeah, like when guys used to wear suspenders in the water.
From like the 20s.
Yeah. Like that's what you find attractive? You find that man attractive
me.
only in heels?
Oh, thirsty.
God, you know that guy never existed then, right? And if you did, he'd be buried in a hole.
So in the past
He
2
would
weeks,
never come out of that water.
In the past 2 weeks, when David Matthew was wearing all that around the house, around the condo, like,
I had to contain myself.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. What is my sort of like weak link or weakness? Oh, you know what I've always loved?
What?
I've always loved the look of no bra under a sweater.
Oh yeah, great look.
Right? Great
Uh-huh.
look.
Yeah.
Great look. I encourage Catherine to go no bra all the time. I mean, I don't have to. She just goes no bra all the time. But I am like such a fan of no bra. Like I've never been turned on by a bra. I've never seen one bra where I was like immediately in my head, get that off.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like, oh my God, look at that. I've never been turned on by a bra at all, ever. I'm just like, even in like tank tops, whatever, just go braless. Just do it. That's always sort of been my number one thing. And thank God, Catherine hates bras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wears a lot of linen that looks really sexy, like that, like flowing long white gown.
Yeah, like
thing.
she's in a
Oh,
cult.
She looks sexy. In
I
that.
know. I love it.
Jenna has a couple of items that I just absolutely love. There's a pair of shorts. I think they're like light blue.
Yeah.
That they are like really short.
Yeah.
That turn me on.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
She got these pants that look like They look like they could be rubber. They're not, though.
Oh yeah, I know those pants. They're black, right?
Yeah.
They look like it's like what Black Widow would wear.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Yeah.
And they're super tight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you wore those the other day?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, yeah, you're dying. No. It's some weird.
I don't even know what the material is.
Manufactured. No,
Yeah.
but it's thick. But it feels like rubber. It feels like she squeezed herself into an inner tube.
Friggin'
Oh, like a
sexy
Britney
as hell,
Spears
bro.
kind of like
No,
that
no.
plastic kind of thing?
No.
plastic.
Completely movable, flexible, like rubber. Yeah, it's great.
Those two. And then
Yeah.
there's one sweater that she has. It's a little bit oversized.
Yeah.
She looks so sexy.
Oh, here we go. Bleep that. Wow. Shem, anything turn you on?
Yeah, I like it when they wear like a long T-shirt, no underwear.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
look.
with that look.
Classic look. That's a classic.
How about when your
Super
woman
hot.
wears your shirt?
Nah, I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
But you guys can't do that in the condo.
I know
because
they fit.
No, it's like if Catherine suddenly put on one of your shirts.
Nah, it doesn't do anything for
Like, what
me.
would happen-
But I understand how some guys they do get turned on by
Like
that,
if
right?
she dressed all nice,
Like
for
dressed
ET,
as me?
Like if she's like, look at me, I'm doing ET Canada, and she's wearing your blazer.
No,
look at me doing the radio show.
Yeah, like no, it doesn't. That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it for me.
Yo, what would
It's
happen if
not,
you were to like just step out of the bedroom and in one of Matthew's like t-shirts or something?
Oh, he gets so mad. He'd be like, "You're stretching it out."
Yeah.
Find us on Instagram every week. You'll see a picture that reads Ask Roz Mocha. Ask away and we'll answer. This has been the Roz Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.